I am pulling an all-nighter on purpose. We're here. I am going to start writing my new pattern. Ah, this is such a mess. Send help. My Crojo has just jumped out the window and fallen 50 stories.
I love you. Do it.
Hey everybody, it's Katie, the Celestial Homebody. I wanted to pop in here really quickly before the video. This is editing Katie from the future, of course, to let you guys know that I am starting my full-time job in a couple of days. So this is going to be, unfortunately, the last Friday vlog and Friday video period for the next couple of months. So I wanted to make it extra juicy for you. We're having a ton of fun in this video, going to a crochet retreat with a bunch of other crochet YouTubers, pulling an all-nighter, working on some stunning projects, freehanding some things. We have a jam-packed video, so sit back, relax, grab your whip and a snack because we're gonna be here for a little bit. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the video. Welcome to another week in my life. If I have chocolate in my teeth, I apologize. I was just eating cookies. We are here today in the shed this morning, and by this morning, I really mean this morning, so early in fact, that it is dark outside. It is currently about 4:45 a.m. on Wednesday, and I am doing something that I don't advise anybody do. But this is one of those cases as do as I say, not as I do, and I am pulling an all-nighter on purpose. So tomorrow on Friday, well, it's kind of Wednesday. I haven't gone to bed, so it's still Wednesday for me, but calendar-wise, it's Thursday. Friday, so tomorrow, I am going to a crochet retreat with April at the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy from Stacy Makes and a bunch of other wonderful ladies. This is going to be my second crochet retreat with them, and I'm so excited. They're going Thursday through Sunday. I'm only going for one day because I have my family and a young child and I don't like leaving them. So they're actually coming with me. The retreat is being held about 3 hours away from where we live, so we are going to have a little bit of a drive. So we're packing things for Celeste to do. She's 17 months old, by the way, if you're new to the channel. You don't know, I have a daughter who's 17 months old. So we're going to be having activities for her in the car. Ryan and Celeste will drop me off at the retreat location, and then they're going to go check into a hotel about a half an hour away, and then they're just going to have some daddy-daughter time while I'm actually at the retreat, and then they'll pick me up late Friday night, so I'll have all day long with the girls. We'll go and stay in the hotel on Friday night and then drive home early Saturday morning because we got to get back home because Ryan has to work on Saturday evening. He has to leave at 4 p.m. So that is the plan for the weekend. But that brings me back to why I'm pulling an all-nighter. Why did I say nighter like that? All-nighter. If you are a regular viewer of these vlogs, then you know that my sleep schedule is absolutely jacked. My husband works nights, so our entire family is kind of on like a graveyard shift schedule. Our daughter sleeps very good. We are very lucky. She sleeps 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. every single day. She has since about 3 months old, unless she's teething and then we have regressions, but she is an excellent sleeper. So between 9 p.m. and is the camera shaking a lot? I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to shake the camera. Okay, I'm gonna sit so it's not so shaky. Anyways, as I was saying, also, yes, I am having stress acne. Ignore that. She sleeps really well. So between the hours of 9 p.m. and about 3 or 4 a.m. is when I get all of my work done, all my crochet, packing orders, all of that stuff. And then we wake up with her at 9. Sometimes I'll sleep in. Ryan will wake up with her. He's better at napping, so he naps during the day. So because my sleep schedule is kind of opposite of what normal people's sleep schedule is, like I am going to bed at the same time that some of you guys are waking up. So because of that, I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight, so that way tomorrow night on Thursday is what I'm considering it. I'm going to be able to go to bed at like 8 or 9 p.m. so that I can wake up extra early on Friday. So that's my logic, because I am not at all tired. If I try to go lay down and go to bed tonight, I would just be wide awake. The anxiety, all the things that I have to get done. So I am utilizing this time to do some work stuff, but also pack for the retreat. So that's why we are here in the studios, because we need to pick out some yarn to bring with us, which of course I'm going to film for you. But we're going to see how this works out. I might be exhausted tomorrow. In fact, I probably will be, but I'll down a coffee and then go to bed at the same time as Celeste goes to bed. And then I can't go to bed at 8. I'll go to bed when she goes to bed at 9. And then I'll be able to wake up extra early the next day and get on like a normal person schedule for Saturday as well. So let's pick out some yarn for the retreat, and then I want to go shower and wash my hair so I'm nice and fresh for the ladies, and also put on some acne cream because this angry chin pimple needs to go bye-bye. So I am packing all of my yarn in this green rolly thing. This is what I actually take with me to my markets. I got this at Joann's, rest in peace. And it was expensive at the time. I remember when I bought it, it was like $95, and I got it on sale or with a coupon or something. And I remember thinking that it was really expensive, but I will say that has been worth the price because it is so convenient for me to bring with me to markets. It fits nicely in between the seats in my car, so I can just slide it in there. It holds a ton. You can see I've got a bunch of stuff from markets in there right now. And it's on 4 wheels with a handle. My only complaint about it is that the handle's kind of short and I am 6 feet tall. So when I'm pulling it, I really have to like bend down. But if you're an average sized person and not an Amazon like myself, then it would probably be fine. Although I don't know why I'm telling you this. I don't think you can get it anymore because it was from Joann's. If anybody has any leads on where you can get something like this, leave a comment and we'll post the link for everybody else if you guys are interested. But this is what I'm going to be packing my yarn in. So a couple things that I know for sure I need to bring. Firstly is we're doing a white elephant gift exchange. And this is going to be what I'm bringing for the white elephant. So I actually need to wrap this tonight in a bag and tissue paper. It is a little Fisherman Shark. I made it a few nights ago. Actually, you will have seen me making this in the last vlog last week. But I decided that this is going to be what I'm bringing because it's about the right size that most of the plushies are in the gift game, or the gift exchange. And then the other thing that I will be bringing is I started this Beans the Bunny head from Snuggle Beans Crochet and the new Burnout ethereal stripes in the color Springtime. I'm kind of hating how it's looking so far, but we'll see once it's done. I need to put a nose on it. I'm thinking purple for the nose, but I'm gonna do the nose last because, I don't know, maybe purple? Because there's purple in this yarn, but it just depends how much purple actually ends up in the bunny, because this yarn is a little unpredictable. I haven't used it enough yet to know like when the color changes are going to come. But anyways, I'm going to bring this so that I can finish up Beans the Bunny. But other than the bunny, I don't really know. I am going to bring my own polyfill. I know that they always bring like the giant boxes, but I don't want to commandeer their polyfill. So I'm going to bring my own. We got to pack this, of course. Maybe the ladies will be able to tell me what else I can use this yarn on, because I've got many stacks there and I'm kind of at a loss for what to use it on because of how weird it works up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But we'll just shove this bunny head in here somewhere. So I'm thinking a few things. Firstly is I need to restock chickens, white chickens. And those are really easy for me to do, like mindlessly as I'm sitting there chatting. So I think we're gonna bring some white yarn for chickens. I also kind of want to bring some yarn. So I'm writing a new pattern that I'm very excited about, and it might be my most, I don't want to say complex because I don't think it's going to be complex to make it, but for me to write it, it's going to be one that this is going to be the pattern that I put the most work into. So I kind of want to bring yarn to fiddle with it there and see what I can do. But I don't know. If I'm sitting there chatting, sorry, I'm just looking at my yarn to see if I even have a color that I want to use for it. But if I'm just sitting there like chatting with them, I don't want to have to like take my attention away to write the pattern, you know what I mean? But I want to make a couple of this particular item, not only to make sure that the pattern works, but also for listing photos. I like having different like variations of it. So maybe I'll go ahead and bring some yarn just to do like the mock-up of it before I actually like finalize the pattern. I'm still going to bring my notepad for sure to write down notes as I go. I have to decide what color I want to use though. I don't think that I'm going to tell you what it is right now. You're just going to have to wait and see later in the video if I do decide to make it. And if I don't, then you're just going to have to wait for a future video in which I showcase what I made. Do I want to do maybe demi pearl? I just don't know if I have enough demi pearl and I don't want to risk running out of it. In that color, it's like the really pretty fuchsia color. I'm just looking and seeing, oh, we could do like a nice turquoise. I know it's difficult without you knowing what I'm making, but okay, let me think on it. So chickens, pattern writing yarn. What else? I could bring yarn to do some turtles. That's another mindless thing. Like, I'm just trying to think about things that I can make and sit there and talk and it not be like that big of a deal if I lose count. You know what I mean? The only problem with doing turtles is that I like having a bunch of different color combos. So I'm going to have to bring a bunch of different colors. And I don't have that much room in this with the stuffing. I guess I don't have to pack the stuffing in it though. We have plenty of room in the car. Okay, well, let's go ahead and grab some white because that one's easy. We're definitely going to be bringing Burnout, although I can take the band off of this. I could bring some black yarn to do a few more of the little Night Fury dragons. I showed them off in Monday's video. I could do a few more of those. And then I also have the white, so if we wanted to do the Light Fury, we could too, because those are pretty easy and pretty quick. And then I can just bring a bag of 20mm like pre-done eyes for them. Well, either pre-painted or probably I'll just use glitter discs. I used glitter discs on the last one that I made and they turned out just fine. And for that small and that low cost of an item, I don't really want to take the time or material to paint eyes for them, if you know what I mean. So maybe we'll go ahead and bring some black yarn too. I actually need to restock my black yarn. I need to get either Burnout and or Elise Voluto because those are my two favorite yarns for black. Elise Voluto is so soft. Burnout, sometimes it feels a little starchy if I'm being honest, but it's not, I don't know. The past couple of black skeins that I've gotten of Burnout have not been tubular, stiff, but they've almost left a little bit of a residue on my hands, and I've picked them up at Walmart. So I don't know, maybe if I try getting it at Michael's or ordering it from Amazon or something, it'll be better. Oh, speaking of which, I just stocked up. I got 4 skeins of white Burnout blanket on Amazon because it was on sale for $9 a skein, which is cheaper than even Walmart. And it is so incredibly soft. Well, this is actually the winter white or the antique white. What do they call it? Vintage white. But it is incredibly soft. Okay, so I'm thinking this color combo for the pattern that I'm writing. What do we think about this? This is the new Grande Ombre in the color Cashmere Rose. The one that I was speaking about earlier, the Demi Pearl, is a very similar shade, but like I was saying, I don't think that I'm going to have enough of this because I think this is going to be a fairly large pattern. Probably not my biggest, but it's going to be large. It has to be in order to get the detail that I want to in it. So we have this. It's just kind of risky for me to use this because of the Grande in it. So, because it's going to have different parts to it, you know, like limbs and whatnot. So, you know, I run the risk of it kind of looking like piecemeal together. But I feel like it's a really pretty color and I do want to use it. And then this is a Burnout color. I want to say it's called Flower Child or Flower something or another. If you know it, leave a comment. They don't match exactly, but I feel like the tones work well together. This is just going to be like for accents on it. So I think that this is what we're going to go. I'll go ahead and bring that. And then this is the other color combo that I pulled since I want to do two of them. Okay, scratch that. I'm not going to bring this yarn with me. I am going to leave it out. We'll do that sometime in the next week. But the other color family that I picked out for it, we'll do that. Because what am I thinking? I'm not going to have time to sit down and write an entire pattern, make two of them, do a bunch of chickens, a bunch of toothlesses, finish Beans the Bunny. I mean, I'm only going to be there for like 6 hours. And in that is also going to be socialization time. So I got to like chill. So we're bringing the yarn to finish the bunny, Antique White, this Burnout Yellow, this Elise Voluto color, regular white. We also need to grab some red for the chicken comb. And what do I want to use? So normally I use, what is this called? Posh. But I think I'm going to use this. I believe this is Naughty Pony, but it's very, very soft and it does not shed. And so I think I'm going to use this for the combs this time. It's a little bit brighter than the other red that I've used. And then I guess I could also bring some brown if I am on a chicken kick, because I do need a few more brown chickens as well. The question is, what color brown do I want to use? Normally I use this Elise Voluto, beautiful like medium brown color, but I don't have that much of it and I don't particularly want to place another order for Elise soon. You know what? I have a ton of this color. This skein is Rogue over here. It should belong with these, but I have so much of this color. This is either steel cut oats, or what's the other brown color called? Tan of some sort. But yeah, I think we're gonna bring this, just this little skein that's left over. It's kind of a dingy brown in person. Actually, it looks really pretty on camera, but in person it's like, I don't know, it's like dingy. Oh my gosh, I wish that it looked like it does on camera in person, but we'll bring a little bit of that. And then should we bring one of those skeins too? Maybe we should. And see if they have any ideas of what I can use it on. Maybe we'll bring this one because I haven't used this one on anything yet. And I also have, sorry if you can hear my chair rolling. I'm bringing this yarn for my pattern and it matches. So if I decide to do a pattern that needs an accent, I will have that with me. So I think that about does it. We got to go in the house and grab hooks and all that good stuff. But I've got my scissors. I've got my yarn. I have embroidery yarn here. We need to grab eyes, hooks, and we've got the stuffing up there. So I think we are set. Okay, I'm just going to bring this bag of 20mm eyes with glitter discs. I don't think I need any other colors or sizes of eyes because I'm trying to think about all the yarn that I brought. I mean, unless I do something special with that new Burnout ethereal stripes, everything else is going to be embroidered eyes. Like the chicken is going to have embroidered eyes. Chickens, that is with an S, plural. The pattern that I'm writing is going to be embroidered. Yeah, I think, and then Beans already has eyeballs in its head. So I think that just the 20s will be fine if we decide to do the Night Furies. I am also, of course, bringing my tulip case with all my different size hooks and little scissors and stitch markers. And then I'm also going to bring some Ami sticks since my pattern will involve sewing parts. So this is going to help. A subscriber sent me these. I have a bunch of them from you guys that I rotate out. We're going with the little hot air balloon this time though. So I'm gonna pack these up. Oh, let's go ahead and wrap that shark. I was looking for him, but he's right here in my polyfill bag. I was like, what did I do with him? There he is. Okay, he's all packed. I had a lot of bags, gift bags to choose from, but I decided just to go with plain brown because it's non-suspecting, you know? It's very inconspicuous. And if you don't know what the gift game is or a white elephant is, don't you worry. I'm sure Stacy or somebody will explain it there at the retreat, and I'll try to film that. And if not, then I'll just edit a voiceover about what's happening at the game. And so, yeah, somebody's going to pick this up random, not knowing what's inside. And I think that this is a good choice because it's very unique. I don't feel like anybody else will have made this particular pattern, and I'll link the pattern for you, by the way, including all the patterns that I talk about in this video, as I always. But I don't feel like anybody's gonna have made this, which is good, because that would be real embarrassing if like somebody opened mine and it was the exact same thing that somebody else had made. I wouldn't be caught dead. Anyways, I'm going to take a shower, wash my hair. I've got dishes to do. I've got laundry to do. That's all baby laundry that I gotta fold and put away. So I'm gonna work on that for the next couple hours. And then, well, it's currently 5:16 a.m. And you know what? You'd think at 5 something in the morning, not having gone to sleep, that I would be tired, but nay. I'm not even a lick tired. If I were to lay my head on my pillow right now, I would probably just be wide awake thinking about playing Pootopia. So once I'm done with all my chores, I'm going to sit my booty down and I'm going to keep playing Pootopia. If you don't know what that is, it's a new Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm obsessed. I am so obsessed. I've put like 40 hours into it already. And I think I am about done with like the main story, but then I get to decorate, which is like the most fun thing. So I'm going to stop yapping, get all my to-dos done so that I can go do that. I'm going to put this in the laundry room to be packed for tomorrow. Oh yeah, and at 9 or 9:30, I'm taking Celeste to toddler time at the library. So that will hopefully like fill my day a little bit. Maybe we'll let Ryan sleep in a little bit. Well, no, he's gonna want to come with me. We like to do things all together as a family. So we're both gonna take Celeste to the library for toddler time, and then we'll come home and finish packing. But for now, all of my crochet craft stuff is done. I do still need to pack like chargers. I have to bring my Switch because I will definitely be playing my game on the 3-hour car ride there. Hopefully I don't get motion sick. Sometimes I get car sick when I'm crocheting in the car. So it just depends. It just depends on like what I've had to eat that day, how much sleep I got, and hopefully if my evil plan, cue the evil nail clacks, the Dr. Doofenshmirtz nail clacks. If you know, you know. If my evil plan works, then I will have gotten lots of sleep tomorrow night. But for now, I'm wired. I'm clean, hooray, and no longer look like a trash gremlin. Instead, I just look like a ripe tomato who just took a trip to the sun. Guys, I just hit end screen credits on my game. Oh, I'm a little emotional. This was such a good game. Highly recommend Pootopia if you are an Animal Crossing lover, Pokemon, Dragon Quest Builders, Minecraft. It's kind of like all of those in one. But it's so good. The music is so good. The graphics and animation and all the little Pokemon personalities. Oh, so good. There was a little post-credit scene that literally made me cry. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Collect yourself, Katie. Okay. It is 7:45 a.m. I've got about a little over an hour before the baby wakes up. I am a little tired, especially now after crying because of this stupid ditto in this game. So I think I am going to maybe close my eyes for a little bit. We'll see if I'm actually able to sleep. I'm not going to go up to bed because then getting me out of it's going to be an issue. So I'm probably just going to turn off the light and then close my eyes here in my chair where it's not super duper comfortable to sleep. So that way I don't sleep too hard, you know? But my eyes are a little tired. I don't feel tired, but my eyes are tired from the crying. So let's go ahead and take a little nap. Well, good morning again. It's currently about 9:30. We are on our way to the library right now. I slept for about an hour and I don't know if it made it better or worse, honestly. I don't know if I'm more tired now than I was, but hopefully that hour power nap will get me through the day. Right now I'm feeling pretty confident that by 9 o'clock tonight I'm going to be ready to hit the hay. So this is good. This means the plan is working, but I'm a little sleepy right now, not gonna lie. Hopefully some rambunctious toddlers will wake me up right now though. Well, it didn't wake me up. Now I'm also physically exhausted. Guys, I did it. I gave in. When we got home, I slunk up to bed. That's the verb, right? Slinked up the stairs and got into my very cozy, fluffy bed. And I just took a 2-hour nap, and now I'm having a hard time opening my eyes because it's really bright. But hopefully this will get me through the rest of the day. I gotta go finish packing. Ren and Celeste just got back from Walmart. They had to go run an errand, so I was like, good, while you guys do that, I'm gonna take a nap. So she's gonna go down for her nap soon here, and Ryan's gotta get ready for work. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing crochet today, honestly, or anything crochet related. I'm very, very eager to start my pattern. Gosh, I cannot open my eyes, physically. It's too bright. It hurts them. The sunlight, it burns. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm very eager to get started on my pattern. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see. Everything is already packed, so it's I don't really want to have to go digging for stuff and then risk leaving behind my hook or my yarn or whatever. So I'm probably not going to do crochet today, and that's okay. Every once in a while, it's okay if I give myself a break day, rest my hands and my wrists. I have not had a crochet break day in a very long time. I crochet at least a little bit every single day of my life, which I'm happy to do. It is my job. But I am going to get out of bed now and go figure out what we're having for lunch. Put a pimple patch on this bad boy. Okay, it is currently 6 p.m. I definitely think that the nap helped because I'm pretty well wide awake. So I'm going to spend the evening with the baby, and then shortly after I put her down, clean up the house so that when we return, it's clean. That's one of my things is I always really appreciate coming home to a clean house. So I just finished the dishes actually. But I want to clean up and then I'm going to head to bed, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning as we leave for the retreat. So remember how I said I was gonna go to bed when the baby went to bed? Well, it's currently 10 p.m. I'm here in the studio making safety eyes because I'm not at all tired. How do I function? I don't know. I literally got 3 hours of sleep between my naps, my multiple naps. But I'm out here working on eyes. I didn't do all of these tonight. This has been like a few weeks of work, but I'm mixing some new glitter and I'm going to do some really pretty pastel, like holographic seashell, oceany vibe eyes. So tonight, I don't want to spend too long out here because I kind of want to get back to my game, but also I feel like I should really go to bed at 11, like midnight at the very latest, but that only gives me an hour. And I know that if I start playing Pootopia, then I'm not going to get off my Switch to go to bed. So I think that we're just going to get as many eyes as we can done with what I already have mixed, and then we'll go inside and go to bed. But I'm really excited about this. This is like a really pretty opalescent white, I guess you could call it. I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Hang on. So the sticker tops aren't done yet, but look at how pretty that glitter is. It's not even focusing on it. I think that the white pupils look so nice. Hang on. There we go. The white pupils I feel like look so nice. You get that pastel pink, blue, purple color shift in them. They're gonna look so pretty with the stickers on top. So I gotta do that when we get back from the retreat. It is now 11, so I am going to go try to go to sleep. Then I'm gonna make myself some sleepy time tea and go lay in bed and see if I can fall asleep. And for real this time, I will see you tomorrow when we're on our way to, I don't even know what city it's taking place in. I know it's kind of around Evansville, Indiana, which, fun fact, Ryan and I were almost going to move to Evansville. I'm very glad that we didn't because I really like the area that we live in. Being close to like multiple major cities instead of kind of like at the tip bottom of Indiana where you're near nothing except for more Indiana and Kentucky. But anyways, like I said, it's about a 3-hour drive. So I will check in with you guys in the car tomorrow. Have a good night and I will see you then. Good morning. I'm here in the car with Paisley and Jovi's back down there somewhere. We are almost to the dog daycare that they're staying at. My mom just had surgery, so she's not able to watch them. She can't drive or anything yet. So we're dropping them off. Normally I don't let Paisley ride on my lap, but we're almost there and I'm gonna leave her, so I feel bad. But oh, she's so sweet. Baby Cakes is back behind me. It is a very, very windy day today. It's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, so hopefully that doesn't cause too many issues on our drive, especially with motion sickness, because if I'm gonna want to play my game or crochet, then I can't be getting motion sick. We've got a 2.5-hour, right? Drive? 2.5-hour drive to our destination. But for right now, we are going to drop the girls off, grab some breakfast, probably at McDonald's, yeah? Okay. And some coffee, and then be on our way. We are leaving pretty much on time to what we said we were going to. It's currently 10 a.m. I would have liked to leave sooner, but we didn't want to screw up the baby's sleep schedule too much by leaving earlier. Because it just, yeah, if you have kids, then you know, you got to plan everything around the nap and the sleep schedules. Anyways, Miss Fluffball here, who is getting groomed next week, both of the dogs are, we got to say goodbye to her. Bye, Paisley. I just dropped off the girls and it's so sad. I had to put them in their little cage. Well, it's a big cage. But I put all their toys and everything down for them on their little cot. And then they both looked at me. They both stood up on their hind legs and looked at me through the cage like little pound puppies. And it was so sad. They're gonna be there for less than 24 hours though. We're picking them up tomorrow around the same time. So about 24 hours. By the way, I realized that I feel like I make it sound like Paisley is my favorite, but that's not the case. I love Jojo too. She was the dog that I got in college. I love Jovi so much. She's just a lot more independent. Jovi, I always say, is my spirit animal. Like, if I were a dog, I would be Jovi. Like, she likes to be alone. She likes to be cozy. She does not like to go outside. She does not like to go on walks. She just likes to lay on the couch on every pillow that she can find. Paisley is a lot more attached at my hip, so you just see her more because she's a doodle. So characteristically, she is definitely like by my side 24/7. I get up to go to the bathroom and she's like, oh, where are we going? Let's go have an adventure. Anyways, we are going to be on our way here after we grab some breakfast. Okay, just a little update. We have an hour to go. I'm very tired. I was terraforming in Pootopia, but this entire drive is not on the freeway or the highway. It is all on back roads. Also, yes, I have the baby's bow clipped to me. It's all on back roads, so it's been very windy, and I am getting a little motion sick, so I put the game down, and now we're listening to Blue's Clues. Celeste has been doing so good. We're going on 2 hours in the car. We've got an hour to go. ETA is around 1 o'clock, which is when I told Stacy we'd be there. So we are on time, but if she gets fussy, then we might stop and let her out to stretch her legs. Just getting her back in the car then is gonna be a problem. But she's doing okay. She had a little snack. We're listening to Blue's Clues. We just finished listening to the My Little Pony soundtrack. So we're just grooving. Anything to say to the people?
No, it's very windy though, so I don't want that.
Yeah, it's like shaking the car.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help with motion sickness.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, there's a Dollar General in the middle of nowhere, as there always is. You know, you're in the Midwest, or really anywhere, when you're in the middle of a little teeny tiny town with like 5 houses and a Dollar General. Barely even a gas station, not even a post office, but they'll have a Dollar General. Celeste is now reading a book about Rarity the pony. We're about half an hour away. I'm getting nervous. I've met them before, but I'm nervous. It's gonna be so much fun though. What am I gonna start with crocheting? We should probably be responsible and finish my current whip. So we'll finish Beans the Bunny first. And then, I don't know, I'm really itching to start working on that new pattern, which very soon you're going to find out what it is, because I'm gonna have to spill the beans here. No pun intended. Beans the Bunny. I'm gonna have to spill the beans about what the pattern that I'm designing is, so that I can walk you through the design process. Because last time when I designed the Boba Buddies, I filmed that whole process, and you guys really liked that like creative process and me going through all the different variations of designing. So we'll do that again in this video. So I believe that we are out in the middle of nowhere. Well, currently we're in a little town, but we're going to be in the middle of nowhere. Most of the time these retreats are held out in the wilderness. This here is the wildest ride in the wilderness. Sorry, that was a Disneyland Big Thunder Mountain Railroad reference. That was niche. Anyways, I'm gonna stop filming so we can get back to directions. Look at how cute this little town is. I don't know what it's called. Are we in Paoli? I saw a church that said Paoli Baptist, so maybe that hotel is super haunted. I bet you $100 that it is. If I had to guess, I would say that this little circle here that circles around, I don't know what that is.
Probably courthouse.
Courthouse, probably just like our hometown, was founded in like early 1800s. just based on the architecture. But it's so cute. Look at that, Court Street Commons. Oh yeah, it's just like Greensburg where we live. Except we are cooler because we have the tree growing out of our courthouse. Yeah. We're here. Oh my God, I gotta pee. I have nervous tingles. When I was a kid, I used to think that the big barns that were like, or the big garages that were super high were for giraffes. Because growing up in California, I never saw those. And then we go and visit my grandparents in Michigan, and then I'd see like the giant barns or sheds or garages for RVs, and they're like super duper tall. They're like double height. And as a kid, I was like, are those for giraffes? Because, you know, just your average American out here owning giraffes. This is hard to walk on, even for me. She's got the gift, though, for the game. All right, let's go.
Don't need it.
Yeah. I also have a brown one. I almost got that color, but I have a work shirt in that color. So.
There's yarn everywhere. And polyfill everywhere. They set up this nice camping chair for me. And I've got my ethereal stripes here. Oh, I was gonna ask you guys, so I got a bunch of this new ethereal stripes from Target. Yeah. And I brought another color, and I wanted to ask your guys' opinion. What do you think I should make with it? Because it's very weird. Well, it's weird how it works up because it's not like a gradient. Yeah, it just like switches colors. So I brought that one too, which I think is really pretty. Here, I'll show you how it works up.
That's like the type of yarn where you're like in the
it's just like ombre.
Yeah, it's pretty, but like, do you see how it just changes colors? And so, yeah, I was thinking like maybe a snake, or, well, I mean, that definitely would work for the blue and green. This is called parakeet though, so I thought like a bird would be cute, like maybe one of Stacy's sitting birds. That was a combination of Stacy and sitting. Okay, the consensus was I make a snake out of it, so maybe we'll do. Everybody is watching me film myself. It just got real quiet. We're gonna make a snake, guys.
That's my double chin.
Okay, we've done the hands, arms, whatever you want to call these, front paws, back paws, and that's the butt right there. I keep getting distracted talking, so it's taken me like 2 hours just to do those bits.
So we did this over, I think.
That's what I love.
That's how I
We're seeing how everybody crochets. Are you an over? Okay, that's how I crochet too. Oh, under. No, I don't yarn under.
No, you're over.
I'm over.
Okay, that's how I crochet.
I'm over under.
Yeah. You're
Over, under, interesting.
I'm under over. Are you?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I finished the bunny, sans the nose and the tail. I have to decide what color I want to use for the tail because I could either continue using this purple or grab the end of the skein and pull out the pink, which I'm thinking I'm gonna do, so that way it brings the pink from the head to the tail. And then I'm thinking purple for the nose, maybe? Stacy was kind enough to lend me a yarn scrap to do the nose. We went with this light pink, which is very cute. It might be a little high. I don't know. It's kind of cute. We are going to take a break for pictures, and then I'll come back and do the little floofy tail. This is such a beautiful property. Like the kitchen, I'm going to show you guys the kitchen when we go back inside. But like, it's just, gosh, during the summer, this is probably so beautiful how green it is all around here. And like the interior, I feel like this property was probably designed to be a rental for VRBO or Airbnb because of how it's laid out. 6 bedrooms out in the middle of nowhere. It's so pretty, but I love the colors that they chose for the kitchen. I'll show you guys when we get back in. But for right now, we're doing a picture. Let's see if I can set you up. You can be in the picture with us. There's an owl right here that I'll set you up on.
Brittany, you want to sit by Heather? I'll move to the back by Logan. Not that kind of guy. No, you had your time. Okay. Oh.
Tiffany's like, no. Do it. Michelle.
All of our kids are going to hate us now. I hate myself for doing it.
Me too. Okay, let's.
Are you
Gotta get the polyfill box out. Hold on. Hashtag sponsoring. Oh, okay.
Is somebody actually sponsored by Polyfill?
She brought the body came.
Oh, snap!
Exactly.
We can all spell out Polyfill.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
This is a good. You got a good here.
Thank you.
I'll do the. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to move.
Are you going to put your leg up here? Go ahead.
We need to
Get
do
your-
I'm gonna do my. She's doing her L. Her hands. I guess.
Oh, okay. Wait, you're grabbing my butt. Am I taking pictures now?
Ready?
Yeah?
Go.
So we're going to spell, oh my gosh, you have pom-poms.
Oh, give me some. Rock, rock, rock.
Yeah, well, here, pass them all back here. We're all going to hit our letters with it too.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going to everywhere. So we're going to spell it.
I can't do this if
Here.
I'm spelling.
So we're going to spell it and then say thank you, Polyfill.
I guess we're just
Okay,
videoing.
one
I
step,
would have
yeah.
done it, yeah.
P-O-L-Y-F-I-L. Thank you, Fairfield Polyfill. Look at your pants.
So much for all of the
Really
That's funny.
Look at the kitchen. Tara's just dancing. Tara's just standing in here dancing. Grooving to the music in your head. Look at how pretty these color cabinets are. And look at all of the yarn and stuff everywhere. This is what happens when you get a bunch of crocheting women together. Look at how cool that light is though. Wow. Okay, so we are going to go outside and do the Plushy exchange. Everybody's trying to get their cameras set up because we're just a bunch of vloggers here. There's like 15 cameras on us.
You get a number. We go in order of the numbers, 1 through 12. Right? 12. Did I count correctly?
6, 7, 8, 9,
Yes.
10, 11, 12.
Okay. Number 1 goes first. They choose a bag. They open it. Show it. Keep it in view all the time. And hide it.
No hiding and hoarding.
Yes.
There's no stealing.
Right. And then after the first person, you can steal from somebody or pick a new bag. But this item can only be stole twice.
So the
second
third
the
person
third
keeps
person
it.
to have the plushie is the keeper.
Heather knows this rule.
Okay? Now, person number 1 never gets their thing stolen from them. They get last choice. They get to steal from whoever they want and they just trade off.
At the end.
But they can't trade off with someone whose plushie is frozen. Okay? We good?
We're good.
Got all the rules?
I like good job, Stacey. Good job.
I've done this a few times.
Let's see what we get. Last year I got number 1. I'm manifesting because the first person gets to go steal last.
If they don't get stolen.
Oh, darn it. Okay. Last year I got the little sloth in the apple overalls that Logan made. And he's now living on top of my yarn storage in the shed.
Why y'all looking at me?
Nobody wants to fess up to be number 1?
April again, isn't it? It's always April.
It's rigged.
It allows me to steal from her. That's right. She got the most.
It's not like you can tell anything from the outside of the bags anyways. It's all about vibes. Ooh, I like that bag.
Oh, that's cute.
That's so sweet.
And who made this?
Yes, who made this?
Dawn. Cute. That's so wing colors are cute. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute.
Cute.
Number
Love it.
2.
Good job.
Logan.
Oh, cute.
Oh, you made that.
The collective. Aww.
Get my bestie to make
April made that.
April.
Oh my goodness. It's tradition at this point. Anything that you got, she was gonna take.
But you, on the other hand,
April's gonna have a collection of bags over here. I feel it.
Did you like the bag that goes with it?
Oh, well, I know it
What is it? Who is it?
I did it.
Oh my gosh,
Let me
it's
see
so
it.
cute.
The bunny ears, I tried.
They're cute.
They don't want to
No, who's gonna steal it?
Tara's face. Tara is shook right now.
I love you.
Someone else steal it right before I want it. Oh, guys, that's frozen.
She always does.
That's mine, guys. That's ours. That's the one we brought.
Oh my gosh, it's a shark! Oh, it's got a fin!
That one's mine.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
And yeah, you can get him naked if you want.
Okay, number 5.
That's me. Let's go for this little tiny one.
Ooh, that's a cute
I'll open it here. Le gasp. Oh,
Me again!
I think it's just a tradition that I need to take home Logan, so nobody can steal this from me. Oh my gosh, it's a little planner with mushrooms and a frog.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's so cute.
The buddy has been stolen.
I knew.
Oh, I gotta keep it where you can see it.
We know whose that is.
I made it.
it's cute. Fine, I guess I'll get yours.
Disappointed.
I wonder who made this one.
Show us your beaver.
I showed you there's my beaver. Wait, who made it? Me. It's my beaver. She did it just so.
I stopped filming and I was robbed. Oh, I shocked you. Sorry. That was payback. Darn it. Okay, well now I get to pick another one, and I'm kind of dying to know what's in that cat bag. I cannot get out of this chair. Oh my God. We're gonna grab the cats. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, the eyes. Look at the eyes. Oh my goodness, it has little XO love hearts in the eyes. Love it. Oh my gosh.
That's really cute.
I couldn't have gone wrong.
Yes.
Another thief among us.
She told me, she's like, guess what's in there? And I was like, I might have to steal that.
Oh my God. People keep stealing from me. It's not very nice. But I'm going to get the good.
Woo!
I know, because then she's going to steal it.
It was number 11.
No, she has to. She has to
go.
go.
She
Yes.
is. Oh,
Oh, Bestie's got to exchange. Can she steal her rainbow right back?
Sorry, Dawn. Sorry. I was picking on you. You're so loud.
I got that on 4K. You creeping up to me.
Okay, so wait. Oh, you
So can I steal back?
Yeah. Not from the same.
No, that happened this round.
Different rounds, you can still this back.
Different
Yeah,
round.
it was a different round.
Oh, thank you. I don't know why I'm so staticky.
Now it's locked in.
Woohoo! Yay! Keeping the tradition of getting Logan's makes.
I'm right home. Heather's beaver. I wouldn't even be able to say that with a straight face. So no. Not still that one.
It's okay.
She's taking home Heather's beavers.
This is so beaver.
She's petting Heather's beaver.
Beavers and tones.
Okay, so what all's locked in?
Everything.
That one's locked in. That
And the
one's locked in.
mushroom.
She's just over there stroking Heather's beaver.
You don't want this one, do you?
No.
Are you? Oh, wait, who did make that one? Okay. I was like, I just saw somebody with that yarn.
of eyes by
Tara.
decorated by Tara, but the eyes came from you, and then part of the yarn came from Heather. It was a collaborative process. And then of course it's April's pattern.
Yeah.
So
It's got a little bit of everybody in there.
she got around.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh,
Done.
Even if I steal
No.
it, Heather's going to steal
No, it's locked in there.
You
It's
steal
locked
it.
in.
Two bags left, right?
Because I already stole one.
How much do you want Heather to hate you?
Not a lot.
No pressure. She already gave away her beaver. Come on.
For me.
She would
You need a win today.
That's pitiful, Heather. It's locked now.
The shark is a hit, you guys. Woo!
Oh my gosh. She's cramped, you guys.
Oh, that's adorable. Who made that one?
I made it.
That is so cute. I got yours last time too.
Yeah.
I got your bunny.
That is adorable.
What a cute idea for the dress.
Yes. Look at that.
It's a turtle. That's precious.
Oh, that's cute.
There was one that I was going to steal. And it was going to be the mushrooms with the frog. Because I have this little shelf at home that has mushrooms and frogs, but now it's locked in, so give me the goose.
I know.
And I love you, Logan.
I know, it's fine. Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's cute.
I mean, see these little
I
eyes.
know.
Oh, love it.
She said that right before she came to me.
This is Michelle's camera.
Oh, well, now you tell us.
Mine too, if I can get my butt out of this chair. I gotta do the rock. Woo.
My hair is in that headband.
Ready? I'm coming to front after her. Oh.
My bad.
Woo! Look, you guys, Katrina at Faith and Loops Crochet made my boba dino pattern. Look at how cute it is. And these eyes are 3D printed. Her husband is 3D printing these, and we're all like, you have got to sell these because they look so good with the little hearts in them. She really did the pattern justice. It looks so cute.
Well, but whenever they celebrate, I want like everybody celebrating. Like,
Now they're devising how to film TikToks.
Lift the cup up.
Okay, so under one of these cups is the new Kato I-cord machine.
Okay.
And if you find it, we're going to go on a crochet retreat. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to mix up the cups. Ooh. Okay, which one do you think it is?
Is the one in the middle?
That was Oscar-worthy acting, Tara.
I'll probably be singing it out loud, really.
Okay, finished the bunny. He kind of looks like he was dipped in egg dye. But turned out really cute. Turned out cute. I like his floppy head. Now what are we gonna make next? Okay, so I just finished a brown chicken and dinner's ready, so we're gonna go eat. And then I think I'll do a white chicken next. I'm just gonna make white chickens until Ryan comes to pick me up in like an hour. Hopefully I can get 2 done. That's my goal. My ride is here, like they're picking me up at school. Make sure I have my lunchbox. Yeah. Say bye, everybody. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's getting dark. Wow, it's really peaceful out here. Listen to how quiet it is. You can just hear some birds in the tree. I'm surprised the baby was quiet that long. She's going in the car now. Also, somebody is having a bonfire. It definitely smells like James Bond bonfire.
It's a trash fire, not a bonfire.
Oh, it's a trash fire? Yeah. What are we breathing in? All those microplastics. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. Anyways, that was a ton of fun. I'm talked out. My introvert battery has been drained, depleted. So we're going to go back to the hotel. Everybody's going to get showered. We'll put Celeste down to bed. And then I'll probably just play my game for a few hours. And tomorrow morning, we need to wake up even earlier, probably 7 a.m. to get back in time to pick the girls up because we need to pick them up by noon. And the hotel is 45 minutes in the opposite direction from home. So we're going to have over a 4-hour drive tomorrow, probably with stops for Celeste. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you for hanging out with us during this retreat. Oh, I should mention, I do not organize the retreat. I know that they take like applications, but I don't know what that whole process looks like. So if you're interested in going on a retreat, you'd have to reach out to Stacy Makes Apple Tree Boutique because I'm not in charge of that. And I just come for a day, but they're here for like a week. So yeah, I thank you guys again for having me and inviting me and treating me for dinner. So thank you and good night. Good morning. I am very tired. Ryan's being a trooper. We woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, which having to set my alarm with anything that begins with a 7. But we are about 25 minutes away from home and we got to go pick up the girls. I feel like I need to shut my eyes. I have been actually editing the last vlog that you guys saw. But for me in real time, that vlog has not gone out and will not go out for another week. So I was editing. I only got about 30 minutes in and then I was just getting like motion sick. We're on a very curvy road, so it has not been pleasant. Plus, in combination with me just being tired. Yeah, so uh-oh, did you drop something, Celeste? I just heard a thud. Oh, it's her water, okay. So in combination with being tired, I feel really nauseous and gross. So I got a little bit of editing done. Also, I realized I did not check in with you guys again about what I finished crocheting at the retreat. I was so incredibly unproductive because of just talking to people and just like putting my hook and my yarn down so that I could engage in conversation, which is good, but I was a lot less productive than I thought that I was. So I did not need to bring that much yarn, but oh well. We finished the bunny, I finished that brown chicken, and then I started the body of a white chicken, and Ryan just came to pick me up, so I wasn't able to finish the 2 white chickens like I said my goal was. But it was nice sitting down at dinner around the table and just talking to everybody, and we had a really good time. So very happy that I went, but I'm excited to go home and sleep in my own bed and see my puppy dogs. And Ryan has been a trooper. The baby has been a super trooper because, did you dropped your water? Yes? Okay, I'll get it for you in just a moment, okay? Just a moment. Because we've had 2 3-hour car rides, and she has just been reading books and listening to music and just being chill. She's eating some snacks right now, so yeah. But anyways, we're almost home. Just wanted to give you a little update, and I will pick up the camera again later tonight. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. It is Saturday, but Ryan has to go to work. He has to work overtime today, but he took yesterday off, so it's okay, it evens out. Normally he doesn't work Saturdays, but Celeste and I might go to the park or something. It's really nice today, so maybe after dinner we'll go play at the park and then get her down for bed, and then we'll see what we do then. Celeste and I are on a walk right now. During her nap, I just played Pootopia. I'm so addicted. Now that I'm done with the game, I'm just like terraforming and stuff. All I want to do is keep playing my game. But I really also want to start on my pattern. I wish that I could just like split my attention in multiple ways, you know? I think what I'll do is I'm going to start the body of my pattern. And then after I'm done with the body, we'll see how I'm doing, like bandwidth wise, because I am still exhausted. Stay on the sidewalk, please. Thank you. Good listening. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we'll see how I'm feeling. I might continue the pattern, but I might switch over to the game. So yeah, so for right now, I'm going to stop filming so I can hang out with my little bestie here, my little gal pal. We're going to do our nighttime routine, and I will pick up the camera again after I put her down to bed. Shout out to the strawberry sweater that I made her in the last vlog. So cute. It's the perfect weather for it. You can hear the birds chirping. It's a beautiful spring day. It's not technically spring yet. There's a look at the front of it if you missed the last vlog. Very pleased with how it came out, and she seems to enjoy it as well on this fine brisk spring day. Okay, it is now about 10 p.m. I put Elsie down to bed, took a shower, unpacked from the weekend, it wasn't even the weekend, it was a Friday, but you get what I mean. And I just went ahead and finished this last chicken. Now this thing, hang on, I have an end sticking out. That's embarrassing. So this chicken ended up a lot fatter and a lot shorter than my chickens normally do, because I, first of all, was talking there, so I wasn't paying attention to how much I was increasing. So the base of it is like way bigger than they normally are. And then tonight I had forgotten which round I was on in the pattern. So I think that I closed it off too soon. And I think that I was behind in the pattern than where I thought I was, if that makes sense. So anyways, it's just a slightly different shape, but I always say I like it when my plushies aren't like 1-for-1 copies. I really like them to have variation in size and shape, because if somebody comes along that's an empath like me, and they might look at this particular chicken and be like, this one is calling to me, but the others aren't. I don't know. That's how I am with plushies. I always have been since I was a kid. Even like Beanie Babies, like they could be all the same mass-produced Beanie Baby, Dalmatian, but there's going to be one that is going to call to me. Is anybody else like that? Is that an empath thing? I don't know. But that's why I like them all to be a little bit different. Plus they're handmade. So, you know, it is what it is. This one is very soft. This white burnout that I was using is very pleasant. Very, very pleasant. So right now I am going to start writing my new pattern. This is the color that I'm using. And it's finally time for me to tell you what my new pattern is going to be that we're going to write together today in this video. You guys know I'm obsessed with Pootopia. Well, in the game, you play as a little Ditto, and Ditto can turn into different creatures. And there's one part where Ditto turns into Dragonite, and I'll put a picture in here of what Dragonite Ditto looks like. And I think he's adorable. I love his derpy little face. So my new pattern is going to be a dragon. Now I know that there is 1.5 million dragon patterns out there, but I'm going to try to make mine unique by making it as low-sew as possible while still keeping detail. So my inspiration for like the shape of it is going to be Ditto Dragon, or Ditto Dragonite rather. And I am not going to like advertise it as a Dragonite pattern. I did bring in, you might have caught on to this if you're a Pokemon fan, these two colors are definitely for Dragonite. So I'm going to end up making 2, maybe more of these while I'm writing the pattern. The first one that I'm going to do is going to be the Ditto colors because I want to make sure that I get the shaping how I want it, inspired by that character, with like the cheeks kind of stick out a little bit. It's very pudgy and chunky. But then once I get the pattern down, like the shaping and everything, I'm going to make another one in that yarn I think that we picked out, the purple or like berry pink grande ombre. I'll be making another one, but not give it a Ditto face. Like it's going to have like probably 35mm safety eyes and all of that jazz. And then what I'll do is I'll include a free modification in the pattern for the Ditto version, which is really just a matter of changing the face. So instead of having like big sinker eyes, it'll have just 2 little tiny pinpoint eyes and then a straight across mouth. That's really the only variation that it'll be, but I need to get like the shaping and everything down first, and to make this pattern a little bit more unique to the other dragon patterns that we see out there, especially the ones that stand up. Almost every dragon pattern that I have found that is bipedal is you make both the legs and then you crochet them together, right? And then you go up from there. That is most dragon patterns that I have tried. This one, I want it to be different. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to start at the tail and make the tail, the body, the head all one piece while crocheting in the legs. And then the only thing that you'll need to sew on is the wings. And I think that that's going to make it really unique because dragon patterns, you guys know, normally have like 1 million parts that you have to sew together. Now, I don't know if it's going to be possible logistically for me to make the legs where they are crocheted in, but I'm going to try my darndest to get it to work, because I think that that would be really cool to be able to advertise it as a low sew, all you need to sew on is the wings sort of situation. And I'm sure that there is a way that I could figure out how to crochet the wings into. I don't know though. It would be really badass if we could make it a fully no-sew pattern. But that, I mean, that's a challenge. That's definitely a challenge. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start with just the general shape of it in the actual Dragonite colors. And then when I make my second one, we can fine tune the no-sew part of it. Just so that I can see like how the legs are formed and everything, because it's hard for me to conceptualize right now how I'm going to make like the wings, for example, crocheted in when they don't go parallel to the stitches. They'll go perpendicular to the stitches, but I'm sure that there is a way to do it. I don't know, like part of me, because I have worked on patterns before where the designer made it no-sew, but then it ended up being so much more complicated than it would be to, like, it took me more time to read the instructions 15 times and figure out like how to get the pieces crocheted in properly. It took me more time to do that than it would just for me to sew on the parts. So I gotta ride that line, right? And make it like, if it's not super easy and super doable, you read the instructions one time and you're like, I completely understand. This is how you crochet them in. If we can't get there, then we're just going to make it sewn on. I think though that even if we can do the tail, the body, the head all in one piece, and all you have to sew on is 2 legs and 2 wings, I still think that that is good for a dragon. And it's not going to have horns. So that's another thing that makes this dragon a little different than most, is most dragons have horns. This one's going to have like, how do I explain it? Eyebrows, I guess you could say. There's going to be a little surface crochet action. So do we want to start at the head and then work down to the tail, or vice versa? I'm thinking, because so all of my snuggle sprites, well, not all of them are no-sew. They're either no-sew or low-sew. And all of the heads are, and the bodies and the arms and legs are all crocheted in one. The only thing that you have to sew on most of them is the pocket on their overalls. And then if they have ears, sometimes they're sewn on, sometimes they're crocheted in, because there's, you know, a bunch of different variations of them. I just choked on my own spit. That was real cute. So how I did that, I think I can apply that method of crochet of getting the head shaping attached to the body. I think I can do that and apply it to this dragon as well. And it's anything proprietary. I mean, there's only so many ways that you can crochet a shape. But specifically with the cheek shaping, like I'm thinking Luna the unicorn. I'll put a picture of my Snuggle Sprite Luna up here. Luna the unicorn has a very similar face shape to what I'm thinking for this dragon. So I think that that is going to be good. Do we want to do like a nose on it? Not really. But I feel like, if the face is flat, it might be weird. But I want it to be easily modified to be the Ditto version. I mean, I guess, okay. See, I'm walking you through every step of the process of designing the pattern. Like, first I have to decide, like, where we're starting. I think we're going to start at the tail, work our way to the head. On the actual dragon pattern, I'm going to do some shaping to give it a little snout, just a small little snout. But then on the Ditto modification, it's going to be a completely flat face. So we're going to start with the flat face version, since that's what I have the colors for in here. But that'll give me an opportunity to get the body shaping down and the arms, the legs, all of that. I want it to be a medium to large size plushie. Normally my patterns are either really little or really big. Like Nyx the dragon, Lyra the Pegasus, my lazy pig and lazy cow. Those are all like very small, super quick 30-minute market make patterns. But then like all my Snuggle Sprites, the Moonkeeper, like all of those are like 3-4 hour big projects. I'm thinking that this one is going to land more on the large project size, but not be like gigantic. Like my Snuggle Sprites are big, especially if you use Burnout blanket or a bigger yarn. Those things come out big, which was intended because I wanted them to be large and very snuggleable for little kids and everything. So we're going to see how we go. I'm going to start on the tail right now. I do have my handy dandy notebook next to me. I'm going to turn on something on the TV so I can have my emotional support background noise, but not something that I have to pay super close attention to because I need to be focusing on writing this pattern. And I am itching to get back to my game, like I mentioned earlier when we were out on our walk. So I don't know that I'm going to finish this tonight. I mean, I do have a few hours before Ryan even gets home. Gosh, I just did it again. Oh my God, this whole time I have had chocolate on my face. Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. Guys, I ate a Thin Mint before I started filming. That's what I had the other night too. I had a few Thin Mints and then I started filming and I have chocolate all over my face like I'm a little crusty 5-year-old. That's so embarrassing. Don't look at that. So this is about how far I've gotten after about 45 minutes of work. We have a very, very slight curve to the tail. Adds just a small bit of character, and we're increasing the body now. I think that so far this is a good size. It's kind of what I was envisioning. So now I need to figure out how to shape the belly because I want it to have a nice big beer belly. So I'm going to have to play around with this. This is the part of the pattern where it's starting to get really complicated, working from the tail up. So this is going to take a lot of trial and error. So I will update you in a little bit here with like how long it took me and how far we've gotten. Okay, guys, I've been working on this for like an hour and a half. And as you can see, the body is going flat. It's not curving up. I have tried it in multiple different ways. Hi, Paisley. My heart is just not in this right now in this moment in time. So I think I'm going to set it aside and just take a break. It kind of looks like an elephant. Doesn't it look like an elephant trunk? Like imagine an eyeball right here. Huh. Anyways, if my heart is not in it, then it's not worth doing. So also this is way too big. Look at how big this is. This is, let me check my notes. This is 45 stitches around, and that is way bigger than what I wanted it to be. So we're going to frog this out and set it aside. And once inspiration strikes again, we will retry it. But this is normally the process that I go through. Like it takes me multiple tries and setting it aside and walking away and then coming back to it before I get something that I'm actually proud of and happy with. So we're going to set it aside for right now. I'm going to go back to my game for a little bit and then I'll check in with you once we get back to work on this. I think that this design is going to need to involve short rounds, which I didn't want to do because that can be difficult for some people to read. This all could be avoided if I just sewed on the tail. If I just did it where we sewed on the tail, then it would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'd be able to whip that out. So how important is it that we have the tail be no sew? I don't know. Because I was trying to design it so that we didn't have short rounds because I know exactly how to do it with a chain one turn, short rounds to get the shaping that I want. But I was trying to not do that because I know sometimes people are iffy about reading patterns with short rounds. So we just got to think about it. Well, good afternoon. Did you hear that? We have like 50-mile-an-hour winds today, and it is just like shaking the house and the shed. Our porch swing keeps like smacking against the retaining wall. Anyways, I never got back to crochet last night. I just wasn't in the mood to. And like I said, I'm not going to force myself to do it if I don't want to do it. So right now I'm about to sit down and film my this week's makes video. I got everything set out there, over there. And then today is Sunday, so I'm going to need to edit my video. And then it's Ryan's only day off this week besides Friday, but we didn't spend any time together. So today I'm probably not going to film too much outside of my weekly video, just so that way I can hang out with Celeste and Ryan and have some family time. But I just wanted to do a quick check-in and let you know that I made no more progress on the pattern last night. I probably won't today either. I've got a bunch of eyeballs to do still, but none of that's going to get done today because we only have so little time together as a family during the week. So I'm taking time to film my this week's makes video. We'll make dinner as a family and do something fun tonight. Oh, we do actually need to find a place up top here for my winnings. Celeste got a little chocolate chip cookie on it, but that's okay. This is the one that I won last year from Logan. He's a little sloth. I put him on a doll stand so that he just stands up there menacingly. Maybe we should put this one, should we put it next to him? Or maybe over here to like even it out. Hang on. Yeah, I think it looks cute next to Merida. Nice. Oh yeah, and I also have a few sticker orders to pack while I'm out here as well. So I'm just gonna get everything done while I'm out here in one go. So that way I can just go in the house and relax and not have to worry about it. Okay, Ryan is putting Celeste down for her nap. I actually just got a order for a blue chicken on my Etsy shop. So I'm going to whip that up really quick. Hopefully this is enough blue. I do have more outside, but I only brought in this little bit of it. So hopefully it'll be enough. This is for the comb. It's Big Twist Posh in the color Smoothie Bowl. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this done really quickly. So again, I don't have it hanging over my head for many days. I've always been like this, ever since I was a kid. Like if I had homework, I was never a procrastinator. I got home, I did it right away. I hated that feeling of like playing, but knowing that I had responsibilities. So like I've got my Switch right here next to me, but I'm not even gonna look at it until I do what I need to get done. Okie dokie, it's done. See, on this one I was paying attention. So this is what my chicken pattern is supposed to look like. It's a lot more proportionate. But these guys are quick. They only take me like 30 minutes to do and they come out a really good size. So I need to get this boxed up and get a label on it to ship out on Monday, tomorrow. But for right now, I'm going to go back to Pootopia. Maybe at the end of the video, we can do a little tour of my island in Pootopia so you guys can see what I've been doing for 60 hours in the game. Because I keep talking about it, and whether you play the game or know of it or don't know of it, at the end of the video, I promise I'll show you around my little island. I've been spending so much time like terraforming and making things look pretty, and I built a greenhouse in it. I'll show you later. Hey there, everybody. I just finished writing a weekly production goal list. Sometimes I like to do this. My Crojo has just jumped out the window and fallen 50 stories. I really don't want to crochet, but I feel like this is something that's important for me to show in one of these vlogs, because I get a lot of comments that say things like, you're always so productive, I'm so jealous of your productivity. Like I get a lot of that sentiment in comments, and I just want to let you guys know that I also get burnt out and I am also not happy with my production sometimes. I feel like there comes a point in every crocheter's journey where they just either are overwhelmed with how many things they can and or should crochet and all of the amazing patterns out there, or they can't find a pattern that really speaks to them that they want to do. And right now, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I just like, I don't know. I just don't feel the want to crochet. And I think that part of it has to do with the fact that I have so much inventory, because my first market of the year is not until the end of May, going into the first week of June. It's multiple days. And my last market was in early December. So I have had months to make stuff. And I sit in front of the camera and show you guys every week what I've made, but then it doesn't go anywhere. And so I feel like I have so much inventory, which is a good problem to have, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't light a fire under my butt to get things done. You know what I mean? Because it's just like I have plenty of inventory. I could not crochet from now until the market in May and probably be just fine with inventory. Like, that's how much I have. So I don't know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things on my this week's makes list to get done and show you guys. Now, one of them is a cheater because one of them is the Fisherman Shark, which we saw at the retreat. But I took a little B-roll footage snippet of it before I packaged it to take to the gift game, because I have forgotten every single week since I made that to show it to you guys on this week's makes. So I put that on my list just to remind myself to talk about it so that I can actually showcase the pattern, because some people only watch this week's makes and don't watch these vlogs, which I guess I don't blame them. These vlogs are very, very long and some people are not into it. So thank you for being here and watching. You know what? Let's do our secret emoji of the day right now, since I'm just sitting here talking to you. Let's do a yarn ball today. Leave me a comment in the comment section of the yarn ball emoji, and maybe all of that yarn energy will help me get my Crojo back. And while you're doing that, let me tell you about what I have on my list that I want to make this week. So I want to finish the dragon pattern. Maybe not get it like finalized, but at least get it to the point where I can show, or, well, actually I don't want to show it yet. We might need to finish the dragon by next week, at which point the footage for this video that you're watching right now will already be over, but I'll give you guys updates in Monday's videos about that, because I want to have 2 of them, at very least 2 of them done, so that I can take their glamour shots and post the tester call. But this week, my priority is going to be writing down the pattern, just chicken scratch. Next week, when I'm not filming for a vlog, the goal is going to be to make a second one and then finalize the pattern on Canva and post the pattern test call. So this week we want to get the orange Dragonite pattern done. I have a cow, like a laying cow, that I've made a handful of times and they always sell really well. So I figured we can make another one of those. I have 2 shield maiden crochet patterns, and her patterns are normally really quick. I bought them months and months ago, before the Renaissance Fair actually is when I bought these, and I thought that it would be fun to bust them out because they're quick. It is a little egg, little fried egg, and then a bee, a bumblebee. So hopefully those will be quick makes. I want to make another wizard frog, because every time I make a wizard frog, it sells at markets and you guys just love it. So we'll do a wizard frog. I want to make the new Raisin the Raccoon pattern by Snugglebeans Crochet. I just purchased that one. So I want to make that this week. And then finally on my weekly goal list is Sylveon, the Eevee Evolution Pokemon. I want to just make her for myself. It's been a while since I've just made a plushie for myself, and I really like Sylveon. After playing through, you know, the new Pokemon game, I'm like, Sylveon's really pretty. And I have a Pebbles crochet pattern for Sylveon that I made one time before, and I want to make it again. Last time, though, I made it with Sweet Snuggles Light, and it was a nightmare because there's so much sewing in the pattern for all of her ribbons and everything. You have to sew her arms, her feet, her ears, ribbons, bows, all of that good stuff on, and it was a nightmare to sew with. So this time I'm going to try to pull chenille brights as well as Burnout and see if it's a little bit more pleasurable to work with. But that is my weekly goal. Celeste is down for a nap right now. I need to make myself some food because I have not eaten all day long, which is not good for me. So I'm going to probably make myself like a protein shake or something. I don't know. But chillax for a little bit, maybe play my game during her nap time. And then tonight after I put her down to bed, I'm going to be in full production mode with crochet, and I might get the bug to go out and make some eyes too. I need to get my safety eye production goal before the next drop. in early April, so we'll see how I'm feeling tonight. Like I've mentioned, I'm not going to force myself to crochet if I don't want to, because that's just going to make the burnout worse. Anyways, I will pick up the camera a little bit later when I actually get to work. It's snowing. I don't know if you can see it. We've got to paint the outside of the shed. They did a number on the door. Can you see the snow? Oh, there we go. Up against the bushes you can. Oh, it is nipply out there, but it is nice and toasty warm in here. We love an insulated shed moment. So I have some yarn to put away out here. And also, I wrote down a list with my weekly goal of all of the yarn that I need to bring inside. Excuse my very awful handwriting. I heard that people who write like me in half cursive, half like regular print, I heard that those people are very creative and also tend to be like ADHD because we just write the fastest to get all of our thoughts out as quickly as possible, but I don't know if that's true. I also had to print some new Pink Pony Club stickers, so we'll be cutting those while we're out here. I just said in the last clip that I was going to play my game and not work, but I decided to come out here. I just couldn't relax. I'm going to work on eyes, get that yarn out, pack some orders, cut some stickers until Celeste wakes up from her nap, and then tonight maybe we'll pick up the crochet hook. Okay, so we need to grab some black for the cow and the raccoon, some gray yarn for the bee and the raccoon, so if we can find a gray that works for both, yellow for the egg, and what else do I need yellow for? Oh, and the bee, and then pink, dark blue, light blue for the Sylveon, green for a wizard frog, and then whatever color we decide to do for the cape for the wizard frog. And you know what I'm thinking? I think that this burnout color would be really good for the cape. So let's pull that out. I've always done green frogs for the wizard frog because, you know, that makes sense. But maybe this time we do something a little different. Ooh, I have never used this color before. This is Basic Sprites in Sage. I have never ever used this. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's kind of moody. I like that. I just don't know that this is going to be enough for the entire wizard frog though. And I don't want to risk running out. And I only have one skein of it. Ha ha ha. We could maybe use this, shove it back in there. Okay. Maybe use this demi pearl color in Sphagum. I learned that that is a type of moss. That's kind of interesting. Again, kind of moody. And then it'll turn out nice and big in the demi pearl. Okay, that's a maybe. Then we need black. That's easy to grab. I need to order some Elise Voluto black. Is this Burnout? No, that's by Twist Plush. I only have 1.5 skeins of Elise Voluto black. Everything else is either Parfait Chunky or Big Twist Plush. Throw those in the basket. Then what else do we need? Yellow for the bee and the egg. What color yellow do we want to do? Like a bright, happy sunshine yellow or a Kraft mac and cheese yellow. There is this pineapple slice color in the new Grande Ombre, but I kind of want to save that for a bigger project. I have a lot of this. Is this Parfait Chunky? Yeah, that's Parfait Chunky. I have this Sweet Snuggles Light, which I kind of just want to use up, to be honest. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that. I say reluctantly. Then we need gray for the raccoon and the bee. Oh gosh, I have so little gray yarn. I don't know how much the raccoon is going to take. Do I have more gray yarn in the house? I don't think I do. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, maybe for the bee we'll do black? Question mark? Well, I think I'll have enough of this Basics Brights to do the raccoon. So we'll bring in 3 skeins of this fog color for the raccoon. And then I was just gonna use the same color for the bee to avoid, you know, having to take out more. But I'm thinking we do this darker Elise Voluto for the bee. I feel like that'll look really pretty with the yellow. Oh my gosh, did you guys just hear my knees crack? And finally, we need the colors for Sylveon. So like I said, last time I used Sweet Snuggles Light, we're not going to make that same mistake. So we need light blue. The monitor is beeping if you hear it. Baby monitor, that is. We have this light blue, light pink, and white. These are nice to sew with because they're Premier Basics Brights. Or maybe we do Elise Voluto actually because it's a lot smoother. Like the Basics Brights has more texture to it. Whereas the Elise, like right there, it's a lot smoother. So let me put these back and switch them out. Okay, here's the Elise blue and pink. I only have, oops, this little tiny bit of blue. Ooh, look at that rainbow. I love a rainbow. I love a rainbow. Anyways, blue and pink. We also need dark blue for her. And it's going to be tricky to find a dark blue color. Well, I was going to say it's going to be tricky to find one that's like a similar tone because like this one is very royal. I need something a little bit more muted, but like that's too green. That's too like turquoise. This would be okay. This is Big Twist Plush. It's not as dark as I really need it though. Do I have any more over here? No, that's my light blues and periwinkles. I think we might just need to go with this deep royal blue. I don't really like it though. No, you know what? Let's go ahead and go with the plush. It's not as dark as I want it, but I think that it matches the tone the best. Oh, actually, this is Sweet Snuggles Light. I thought this was Parfait Plush. The colors are near identical, and the skeins are like the same size too. I mean, this skein feels really nice, so I don't mind it, but I was hoping it was going to be the Parfait Plush because that sheds a little bit less than Sweet Snuggles Light does, but oh well, it is what it is. It's all we have. I feel like it's really easy to look at my yarn stash and be like, oh my gosh, she has so much yarn. Like I'll get comments that's like every time I do a haul, sometimes there's usually one person at least who's like, yeah, but do you even use it? Like you're just like flexing pretty much. And yeah, I use it. But then when you look at the colors like individually, like it's not that much. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins of gray yarn and they're all different. So I can't even do any big projects with them, you know? I have a lot of pink. I don't know why I have so much pink yarn, but I guess it makes sense since I do like working with pastel colors. But like I have like no medium yellows. And again, I only have like 1 skein of each color. So I have to be really strategic when I pick colors for projects so that I don't lose yarn chicken. And then have to order more yarn to finish a project because that's a bummer when I have to do that. But anyways, now that we have our yarn picked out in our basket to go in the house, I'm going to get the Cricut going with these Pink Pony Club stickers and get started on eyes. Oh my goodness me. I installed that. So crooked. Wow. This laminate is less straight than Spring Break in Palm Beach. Hopefully it cuts okay. We shall see. Also, look at the snow outside. You can't see it really through the screen. Because of how crooked I put on this laminate, you can see at the very, very tippy top there, the laminate does not cover the full sticker. It would still be okay waterproof wise, but that's still, this is like a C grade sticker, so I'll put this into my C grade bin. These are the ones that I throw in for free to packages for website orders, but all of the rest of them are okay. I did better with this one. The Cricut can't read the lines if this star laminate is above these lines at the top, so I have to put it down. There is a bleed on the stickers though, so when this is actually cut, that the laminate will take up that entire sticker. It's not going to be like last time, but hopefully we don't waste any more stickers. Oh my gosh, look at the sparkle. So much fun. Oh, look at how these eyes turned out. The mermaid's pearls. Oh my goodness. They are so pretty. I need 10 of them for myself. By the way, April 6th is going to be my next safety eye drop. The first Monday of the month, we always drop the safety eyes. There's going to be about, gosh, I don't even know how many pairs, 50-ish pairs maybe of eyes going up on the website. So April 6th is going to be the next one. And because I'm starting my full-time job, actually on April 6th is my first day of the job, I don't know that I'm going to have time to do a drop for May. So this could be the last eye drop for a few months, but we'll see. I'm going to try my best to be able to get them done. But when I start that full-time job, I am just drained because it is 40, sometimes 45 hours a week, and then having to do all the other things, crochet, YouTube, running my shop, everything on top of that. It tends to get a lot for me. At least it was last year. So April 6th, mark it on your calendars. They will be dropping, probably I'll list them at like midnight, and then you guys will see in Monday's This Week's Makes video up close, like I show them off, all of the ones that I did. And then they'll be up on the site until they sell out. So yeah, I'm very happy with how they're coming out. I'm working on the white ones right now. So pretty. Oh my goodness. These might be some of my favorites ever. The koi pond were my favorite for a while, but I think that these have taken the crown. I'm sitting here watching Robin and Heather's live and very delicately placing little moons and stars on these eyes, which I think are gonna look really pretty, but oh my goodness, is this a tedious, time-consuming process. I want them to look random, but also strategic. Kind of relaxing, but also my back is killing me. Look at how pretty they came out though. All of the hard work, I feel like, was worth it. These are the Starry Night Eyes. That will be available on April 6th. I'm finishing cooking them, and then I gotta go inside. Okay, it's now about 10 p.m. I finished all of my eyes, so we are at the quota for the month for safety eyes, which is great. That gives me a few weeks to get pictures taken and them listed on the website. These color shifting are really cool. Hot pink to green, like those. But anyway, so I have a headache, very wicked headache, probably from not eating much today. So I need to put all of these on the cards with the backs in baggies, and then we're gonna head inside. I need nourishment, so I'm gonna make myself some dinner. Probably some of my Panera mac and cheese, because I can get a lot of protein in with that. And I don't know, salad or something. I don't know yet, but we're gonna go eat. And then I need a little bit of a mind break. Tonight has just been a lot. I feel like I've been working for many hours today on these eyes. I need to like take a breather. So I'll probably doom scroll on Instagram. I'm gonna try not to. I still got to bring in all my yarn back there. But tonight we'll get started on crochet. I just don't know what we want to start with. We shall see. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you. Okay, so you know how earlier I was debating what I wanted to do for my new dragon pattern, if I wanted to go the route of doing short rounds mixed with full rounds to get the shaping and to keep the tail, the body, the head all in one piece, or if I would rather make it simpler of a pattern to follow with sewing the tail on. Well, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I took to Instagram and I created a poll and I asked you guys, would you rather have to work in short rows and rounds in a pattern for a plushie, or sew on one extra plushie piece? And so far, these are the results. A lot more people would rather just sew on that extra piece. So this was helpful information for me because I think I'm going to scrap what I've done and start it where the head and the body is all one, so you don't have to sew on the head, but then we're just going to sew the tail on, and it's going to make the pattern so much more beginner friendly than doing short rounds. I mean, like, not only would that be a challenge for me to write, which I am all for, but I know that a lot of people have trouble with doing short rounds because it gets very confusing, especially when there's a bunch of rounds and then you have to like go back and connect the short pieces back into the body. It's very complicated, not only to write, but also to read as a plushie maker. And I would like this pattern to be as accessible as possible for all skill levels. It's probably not going to be like beginner because there are going to be a few like front loop only, few half double crochets thrown in there, so it's not going to be like, you know, a very first project sort of situation, but I do think that this is a good way to go. As cool as it would be, maybe in the future we'll do an all-in-one completely no-sew dragon like that, but for right now I would like to make the pattern as readable for the vast majority of people. So I think this is what we're going to go with. So thank you to everybody who has voted on this poll, and I'll check back in with it. I posted this 6 hours ago, so we'll check back in with it maybe in a few days and see if the results have changed, but I doubt that it's going to change. If anything, I think that it's going to grow even larger in gap, and most people are going to say that they would rather just sew on the extra piece. Well, a not so good morning from me, unfortunately. So we filed our taxes back in February and we were getting a refund, right? And I had filed my taxes through TurboTax and selected to pay the TurboTax fees out of my refund. Well, in doing so, they brought in a third-party, like, middleman bank that the IRS, they changed on my tax return form to my account and routing number for my bank info to this middleman bank. So the IRS sent all of our refund to this middleman bank, and now this bank is holding the refund because they took out the TurboTax fees, which was only a couple $100. And then they're now holding the money and I can't figure out where it is. It's just sitting in limbo. And I talked to a representative at TurboTax all morning long. I was on the phone with her and she had nothing to say to me except you just have to wait. They're going to probably send it back to the IRS and then the IRS will issue you a paper check. So this is going to be like another couple of months because it's probably going to take another 6 to 8 weeks because the IRS takes like 6 to 8 weeks to get your refund out to you, plus the shipping time of a paper check, which is another 3 to 4 weeks. So that kind of sucks because I was counting on that refund money to put toward booth fees for the year, especially the convention, since those are a couple grand. So yeah, I've had a rough morning. My hair is a mess. Celeste is down for her nap. Ryan's about to leave for work. I am just like at my wit's end right now dealing with this all morning long. And of course, I had to talk to somebody at TurboTax and not at this bank because when I called the bank, they just had an automated robot guy on the phone. And you know, we've all done that. Speak to a representative. Speak to a representative. And alas, the automated system was not able to connect me to a real person. It just kept looping through the same dialogue over and over and over again until I got so fed up that I squealed like a lubed up pig. And yes, it needs to be lubed up, because that's the only way that I enjoy my pork. Well, there went all the prudes. Bye, guys. anyways, I'm gonna crochet. So I was looking at this color demi pearl in this like mossy color, and you know what I was thinking, because Pootopia is on the mind, of course. I should freehand a moss lax. I'll put a picture of what moss lax looks like in here. Because I have that green fur yarn that I like to surface crochet onto things to make it look mossy. And I think it's a very similar shade to this. It might be a tad bit brighter, but I think that it would be really pretty to do a moss lax. That's a very niche character, but it is from Pootopia. And I feel like somebody's going to love it. And maybe I'll just keep it in my office. So I'm going to take a chill pill. I'm going to crochet a little bit. And tonight I need to take a shower because, like I said, my hair is a disaster. It's greasy. It's 90% dry shampoo on the roots. But I needed to get the refund thing dealt with ASAP, because at first my heart sunk because I was like, oh my gosh, it sent to somebody else's bank account. That wasn't the case. Well, it kind of was the case. It went to a bank account that wasn't mine, but it wasn't like just the civilians. It was purposefully sent to them. So PSA in the future, if you file your taxes through TurboTax, just pay what you owe them for the fees. Don't have them take it out of your refund so that your money doesn't get stuck in limbo like ours did. Anywho, all right, let me get to work. Okay, so the body is gigantic, but I'm going to start closing off. Gosh, this is going to be a nightmare to stuff because it's just a big open area. We'll sew on some feet and arms. Actually, he doesn't have any arms. Some feet and then a head and ears. But overall, this should be a fairly quick project. I guess we're not going to make the... I've got a hair on me. I guess we're not going to make the wizard frog now because I don't have that much of this fogum color in the demi pearl. So we'll see how much of it I use for this, but I have a feeling I'm not going to have enough to do the frog. I mean, I could always just go get a different green color, but I feel like this is kind of instead of the wizard frog. Oh, the wizard frogs do so well. We'll see. Maybe at the end of the week, if I still feel like I need something else, we'll do the wizard frog. But for right now, this is going to take the place of the wizard frog on my productivity list. Also, as I am crocheting this, I am simultaneously editing my last vlog. And you guys want to know how I edit?
Considering the fact that I never use non-plush or chenille blanket yarn, I'm pretty proud of myself that I went through this much yarn with a 5.
I edit in 2x speed so that I can get through it faster, although these are still multiple hour videos, so they still take me like 5 hours to edit. But there was one time where I accidentally left an edited section on fast speed. And then you guys are like, I can't even understand what you're saying. Oh, well, a few people said that. And then a few people were like, that was the funniest thing in the chipmunk voice. My kid loved it and wanted me to replay it. So I'm sorry if there's ever any sped up clips in my videos. It's just because I forgot to convert it back to normal speed. I don't know what it says about me, but I can understand every single word in the sped up. Maybe it's just because I'm normally a fast talker and I'm from a family of fast talkers, so we understand. I don't know, but I can hear it, and I think that it's really adorable, the little chipmunk voice. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to work. That is a very rotund body. But look at that stitch definition though. Dang. I used an 8mm hook with this yarn and no holes. So yeah, it's quite dense. Although, like, Jovi's growling. Although, like most yarns, it varies in quality, in size, shape, color. texture. But this is not one of the most pleasant skeins of demi pearl that I've ever worked with, but we got the majority of it done. I am going to take a break from crochet right now because Celeste will be waking up soon, and we'll continue tonight after she's in bed. Okay, Elsie is asleep. I took a shower, washed my hair, also with spring here officially, shaved my legs because I was looking like a chinchilla. But I was just working on the moss lax that I was making, and I did one foot, got up to get something, went back to my spot, and the hook is gone. It's just gone. I swear I stuck it into the yarn, but apparently I didn't, or if I did, it fell out. It is one of my interchangeable hooks that are kind of like furls, so they're really heavy and metal, and it is the only thing that I like to crochet with when it comes to the bigger sizes, like 7 and 8 millimeter. And it's gone. And the bummer, super bummer, is that is the second one, because in the last video I told you that my hook went missing. It was my interchangeable hook. I still have not found that one. I bought another one, and now this one just got up and walked away. So I'm gonna look one more time around my spot here, and if I can't find it, then we're just gonna need to switch gears and start another project. But this is all I did tonight so far, is one little leg, and I gave it some toes. But I don't have another 8 millimeter hook that I'm not gonna hate working with. Actually, I might. It's probably outside. But, well, if I can't find it, let me look at my list here. Let's see what our other options are to switch gears to. So I think I've decided that I want to do one project per day, except for the two small things, the egg and the bee. Do 2 of those that day, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. It's already Tuesday. So if we can combine the egg and the bee, sorry, I'm looking down at my list. If we can combine the egg and the bee, then I think that we'll be good doing 1 plushie a day. And then that way I'm not stretching myself too thin, like bandwidth wise with crochet, because you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'd rather be doing right now? Not looking for my hook, I'll tell you that much. So right now, if I cannot find that hook, then I think, oh, included in that list is my new dragon pattern, which we may or may not finish this week, like I mentioned. I think we'll go ahead and get the egg and the bee done tonight if I cannot find my hook. It's officially gone to the void. It's gone, you guys. How does this happen? Well, I'm going to wait for Ryan to get home before I officially declare it gone forever, because he has this superpower where if I lose a hook, he can look for less than 30 seconds and find it. And I have ripped this place apart and I cannot find it anywhere. So we shall see when he gets home if he can find it. So we're going to start with the bee. So we brought in this yellow, and then this was the gray that we were going to use for the bee, right? I don't remember. That was a few days ago, and I have the memory of a goldfish. So I think this is what we were going to use. I think that that looks really nice. And then the only other color that we're going to need right now is the white for when we do the egg. But if we get the moss lax done tonight or tomorrow, pending finding my hook, we get that done, the bee, the egg, that means we only have 3 more things to make for this week to hit my goal. So that makes me feel a little bit better about procrastinating crochet, because I always feel so bad not having enough to show you guys in my Mondays videos. And I also know that coming up here, since I'll be starting my seasonal job, I'm going to have a lot less time to crochet, just period. So like I mentioned, I don't really need inventory, but I still like doing new things to show you, because I know a lot of people tune in every single week specifically to see what I made and to get new ideas for patterns and everything, or just to sit there and work on your own whip while you're listening to me. Also, leave me a comment what you're working on. You know that I'm nosy and always like to know, and then it gives me ideas. There have been a few times when somebody has said like, oh, I'm working on this while watching your vlog. And then I'll be like, you just reminded me I wanted to make one of those. And then I make one of those. So please tell me, please do. Unless it's a blanket. I will not be doing a blanket. I mean, still tell me, but just know that I'm not going to be making a blanket. I went through my baby blanket making phase when I was pregnant with Celeste. She's got probably 6 crocheted baby blankets. You know how many of those she uses? None, because I'm so worried about her actually using them because of how much work I put into them. So she just uses like her cheapy ones. I have got to put on chapstick. Yowza. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this bee. It took me about 30 minutes to do the body. I went with orange eyes. I don't know, I just thought that they were cute. I was thinking about potentially doing green. I think that the green would have been pretty, but I wanted to save my green glitter discs in case I do any more toothless dragons. This is a good size. I'm using a 6mm hook with this Elise and Sweet Snuggles Light. And I like how plump he is. He's a very portly fella. But I am working on the legs right now, and it told me the instructions say, or the pattern rather, says to make the legs and then sew them on, but I think I'm just going to slip stitch to the body and then chain out from there for the legs to save a little bit of time on sewing. But I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Okay, I think I know why maybe she has you sew the legs instead of crochet them in, is because they're curling the wrong way. You can see that they're curling up and they should be curling down like that. Kind of looks like a spider, honestly. Maybe I should have made them lower on the body. Yeah, I probably should have made them lower on the body. But oh well, it's too late now. I still think that it looks bee-like. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and then get the wings on. Okay, I don't know if the pattern was tested. I mean, it was only $1 pattern, but my stitch count for the wings are just not coming out. And there's also a few typos in it. So I just free-handed wings, a big and a little, and then they're combined together. So now the trick is going to be matching this. They are a little bit more like butterfly shaped with one long skinny, and that's because I started following the pattern and then I was like, this is not working out. I'm not going to frog it out. I'm just going to fix it from here. So that's what I ended up doing, but I still think that they're a good size. Let's see if I can hold him under my chinny chin chins here. Yeah, I still think that they're a good appropriate size for him. Also, I added some little antenna. So cute. So now we gotta figure out how I did this so that I can match it. Okay, it took me about 50 minutes total, but the bee is done. He looks like he's doing a conga line with the way that his legs are sticking out. One wing is slightly larger than the other, but that's okay. Every good pair has a lopsided one. It always happens. That's just Mother Nature. He came out at very good size. For 45-ish minutes of work, I am pleased with him. Oh, he's got hair coming out of his booty. So now, since I have the white and the yellow yarn right here, let's start on the egg. So I'm working on the final round right now. Look at how huge this thing is. So future note to myself, maybe make this out of Parfait Chunky because it is almost like too big for an egg. Like, is that an ostrich egg? That is gigantic. Also, I have no idea how we're going to finish this. I'm doing a front loop only round right now, so maybe we'll go back and close it off using the back loops. Perhaps. I don't know. I haven't read that far in the pattern, but I kind of like the surprise. It took me about 45 minutes, and to be honest with you, I don't think I did it right. I'll talk more about the patterns for everything that I'm making in this week's makes. but because this is more just a week in my life sort of thing, I decided to go with brown eyes. And I was contemplating giving it a smile or potentially like a straight across, like meh kind of face. But I went with the smile, and then I decided to embroider some blush instead of doing actual makeup blush. It's been a hot minute since I have done embroidery blush, but it does look pretty cute. This thing is gigantic. Paisley can wear it as a hat, as you can see. She looks like she's going to the Derby. Ryan will be home from work soon, so I met my quota for crochet today, so I am satisfied. That's what she said. Tomorrow we're going to look for that hook, or tonight when Ryan gets home, we're going to look for the hook. Tomorrow on the agenda is finishing my moss lax and making my Sylveon. I have already pulled out the yarns for her because I'm actually really excited to make her, and I kind of want to start on her tonight, but also I want to play my game. So I'm going to pull out the switch and do that, and then we will start on her tomorrow and finish that up. Gosh, I hope I find that hook. I do not need to spend another $40 buying a whole other set. I justified it one time because Ryan also really likes my hooks. And if you did not know, my husband is also a crocheter. So I was like, fine, I'll just buy a replacement hook set. And then if we find the original one, then you can inherit it and he can use it. Like, it can be his set. Plus they came out with purple. So of course I got the purple one. But now I have really no justification for buying another set if this one's for sure missing. Rai is home, and guess what he found?
The hook.
It had fallen into my stuffing bag.
Yep.
Well, now I'm too deep, so I'm not going to be getting... I'm not going to be getting off Pootopia tonight, but I'm going to put this hook in a very safe place. Look at it. See, it just rolls all over the place. You're watching me do this. So if I come downstairs tomorrow morning and this hook is gone, I don't know what to tell you.
I blame Celeste.
I am putting it right here into my yarn. It better be there in the morning. Otherwise, I'm blaming the ghosts.
Or Celeste.
Celeste doesn't get over here, though. Okay, it is now 6:30 in the morning. Remember when we pulled the all-nighter to try to fix my sleep schedule? I was wide awake. Ryan went to bed hours ago. And I'm like, I'll be up in a minute. And then I was just locked into making this Sylveon. So I just finished the body. Look at how tiny it is. This thing, so I've been working on this for about an hour and a half, and I've made the following pieces that I'm about to show you. And keep in mind how small it is. This is not a quick pattern. But this is the body. It's unstuffed half double crochets all the way through. We've got 2 feet, a tail. Oh gosh, I almost dropped my phone. 2 arms, the other one's over there. And the head that had some color change work in it. Now, I did not close or stuff the head because tomorrow we need to go make eyes for this beauty. I think I'm going to do white pupil, but we'll discuss tomorrow what the eye situation looks like. I'm going to really quickly sew together the pieces that I have. Even the girls are exhausted. Paisley's here, buried. And Jovi is over there being a pillow princess, laying on top of a bunch of pillows. But I got her sewn together. Minus the head and the ears. I'll need to finish those tomorrow. And then, of course, all of her ribbons. But the majority of it is done. So stinking cute. Oh, yeah. Also, I finished the other foot on my moss lax as well. And I put my crochet hook back where it goes. Aww. Hey, Miss Scruffy. You and Paisley are gonna go to the Groomers in a few days. See, center of attention. This is why Paisley seems like she's my favorite. Oh, I love you girls. Are you girls ready to go to bed? Huh? You're too much. Okay, so I am out in the studio this morning for a few reasons. Number one, to grab yarn to finish my mossy boy. So I need like a cream color for his face, but my selection of the demi pearl is pretty limited. Fortunately I do have this color. Is the band on this? It's not. I want to say it was called mushroom something. That could be totally off base. I don't know, you guys. I talk about a lot of different yarn brands and a lot of different yarn lines and colors. I sometimes get them mixed up. It's a little bit darker than what I was hoping it would be, but this is actually the latest shade in demi pearl that they have. They don't have a white, at least not yet. So we grabbed the yarn for that. So we're going to finish that up today. And then we need to make some eyes for Sylveon. Now her head is pretty small, but I want the eyes to be giant. And I'm contemplating using 35 millimeters, or definitely 30 millimeters would work for the eyes. I mean, I probably should have brought the head out here so that we could see. I think we'll go with 30 to play it safe. We don't want them to engulf her head. And normally I say that there's no such thing as too big eyes on a plushie. I think the bigger, the cuter. But there does come a point where like they won't physically fit. I think that the 35s might physically fit, but the reason I decided to go with these is because they have a little bit more room to decorate next to the pupil. As you can see, there's a little less room for color on these. So we'll go with the 35s. Now, Sylveon is a fairy type Pokemon, so we definitely need to do something fairy-esque. And also, she has light blue eyes. So here are all my blue glitters. So we got to pick something out that will suit her. Okay, since I don't have any great light blue glitters that actually show up light blue on the eye, I decided I'm going to use mica powders, but this blue is too dark, so we'll mix it with white, and then I'm going to do an overlay of these little pastel gold butterflies. I think that that's going to look really pretty. Now, they're not fairies, but I feel like maybe we can get them to kind of come off like fairies, maybe? That's really pretty. I think we can go a little lighter though, so we'll mix in a little more white. Okay, this is how the color turned out. Really pretty. We have a little bit of a color shift in there, like blue to white. And it is Gorgiani. I was almost said beautiful, and then I decided to change to gorgeous, and then whatever that was at the end. Okay, now let's do the stickers on top. Okay, this is what they look like just with the stickers, but I haven't done the top coat on it. That took me like 15 minutes just to put the stickers on, which is why I probably will never be selling these because just the time is too much. Now I'm deciding if I want to add a little bit of sparkle to the top or if I just want to leave it like this. I feel like sparkle would be pretty. I just don't want to mess it up. I'm going to do something even more unhinged and time consuming, and I'm going to strategically place flecks of this into the top coat, and we'll see how it looks. Oh no, I hate it with the specks. Darn it. No. I tried too much. Now, fortunately, it wasn't cooked all the way, so I was able to scrape it off, but I don't know how this is going to look. I've never tried this before. I still got to get those last couple glitters off, but then we'll try a new top coat. These eyes have taken me 35 minutes to do the one set, so I'm probably never going to make them again. But they're finishing cooking right now. I think I was able to salvage the one. And hopefully they match since I did the glitter on one and not the other and then scraped it off on the one. I think that they're looking okay though. Okay, this is what they look like. Can you tell which one I had done the glitter on at first? It was this one. It has a few more speckles in it. Also, there's a bubble right there. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. They look so good. I do think that the 35s would have been cute too. I might have put them too low. I feel like with the pattern, you know how where the white and the pink color changes are, I feel like they work, but then in relativity to the bottom of the head, they're a little bit low. But maybe it'll look a little bit more complete once we get the ears and the bow on. I also gave her just a little embroidered nose going one stitch because Sylveon has just a little itty bitty black nose. But oh my goodness, I love these eyes. I feel like we could have gone maybe a tad bit darker blue for the eyes, but I think that this is a really good color because look at how it goes with the blue yarn that we're going to bring into the bows. I think that that is beautiful. So I am going to sew the head to the body right now. I guess I could wait and then sew the ears on first, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna get that sewn together. Oh my gosh, she's coming together. My mom is gonna come over tonight now that she is more healed from surgery. So she is gonna spend 2 or 3 hours here playing with the baby. So that'll give me some time to work. I actually have a lot of Etsy orders to do, which is kind of like a separate business from crochet. So that entire like 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to be working on Etsy stuff. And then later tonight, after we put her to bed, we will finish up the ears and the bows of Sylveon and our moss lax. Oh yeah, also I did just freehand, I'm freehanding this whole thing, but I freehanded a little blue flower to go atop his head. It's going to be very cute. I am working on cereal bowls, and these two are having a dance party up in the nursery. I can hear her screaming down here. I know you guys are probably so sick of me taking clips of the rainbow bursts in the shed, but look at this. It is golden hour and it's stunning. Also in person, the light doesn't flicker. It's just because it's an LED or a neon sign. The camera shutter is not fast enough to keep up with it, so it looks like it's flickering, but look at how pretty. It is so beautiful out. I have the window open and I'm enjoying the sunlight coming in and the fresh air. But I am out here in the shed for a few orders of business. Number one, I only have this much pink left and I still need to do both of the ears. So I had to come out to get more pink, but also while my mom is here watching the baby, she's eating dinner right now, I am going to take glamour shots of all of my safety eyes for the drop because I've yet to do that and I have a lot. This is probably going to take me over an hour to do this. And then while I'm out here at my computer as well, I'm going to respond to some emails and YouTube comments. I mean, I could do all of this after Celeste goes down to bed, but I don't know if I normally have the monitor out here with me and I'm literally 5 steps away from the house if she wakes up or something happens. But I'm taking advantage of my time when she has a babysitter. Also, the natural light coming in right now is so pretty, so I think that we'll take advantage of that. So out here, I don't know, I'm probably going to be a few hours, but I'm not going to record much because I don't think anybody wants to sit here and watch me just tippy tape on my keyboard, unless you're into ASMR, in which case, then maybe you're into that. But this is not the video for that. Okay, I might also work on her ears too if I'm just in a creative juice kind of mode out here, but we'll see. I'll update you soon. Look who I finished. Her hair bow thingy took me like an hour to do, and weaving in all the ends and the color changes are really sloppy, but she is done, and I think she turned out so cute. I do wish that she's a little bit bigger, but like if I were selling it, then definitely for the amount of time that goes into this, I'd like for the amount of time I would put like an $85-$90 price on it, to be honest with you. But with how big this is, I don't think that that's reasonable. But she is not going to market. She is staying with me. So next time we go to Hobby Lobby, I need to get a doll stand so that I can put it around her little neck and she can live on the shelf in my office. Her eyes look so nice. I do wish I had done a slightly darker blue. I added a little bit too much white, but she definitely looks like Sylveon. Maybe I should go back and touch up the color changes on her face a little bit. I've already put so much time into it. I don't really want to do that right now, to be honest. Plus it looks like fur, you know, little fur tufts every which way. But anywho, she is done. So next on the agenda is finishing my Snorlax. Mosslax, that is. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should we add some blush to her? I feel like she could use a little bit. It's always so nerve-wracking though, because this is a permanent thing, but we're gonna try it. Okay, this side looks good. I think I went a little heavy-handed with this side. I did try to smear it in with my finger and it's in there good. So with that, she is officially done. Oh yeah, it is Thursday now. I did not do a sign-off last night, but I am out in the shed today because I want to take a glamour shot of Miss Sylveon here. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Need to do that. I also need to pack a few sticker orders, and I need to get some more blue yarn because I just got another blue chicken order on my Etsy shop. So we got to make another one of those. So while I'm out here today, I'm going to be working on the blue chicken and also the Mosslax. We're going to finish that up first so that I can officially check it off of my to-do list. I actually had to turn the fans on in here today because it is like 70 degrees. It is so warm outside. Celeste and I went for a walk earlier and I put sunscreen on her, but I didn't put it on myself, which was stupid. I was like, oh, we're only going to be outside for a few minutes and my freckles are popping, which means I got sun exposure. But anyways, I'm going to get to work and I will update you along the way with my Snorlax progress. I am being blinded by the sun that is coming through here. Yowza. Anyways, oh my gosh, it's so bright, like the camera isn't even focusing on anything. Anyways, I am continuing, oh, there's my phone. I am continuing yet again to edit this last vlog because it needs to go up tonight for the members, and I am only halfway through editing it, so that's a problem. But to refresh our memory, this is what his body looks like. He's got a fluff in his crotch. So we're gonna freehand the head like we did with the rest of the body and the legs and hope that it goes okay, especially with the color changes. He has like a widow's peak, so that might be a little tricky. So I'm gonna pull up a picture of him as a reference and wish me luck on this. This is my reference image and this is what it looks like so far. I think that it looks pretty darn good. I need to start decreasing this head quickly though, because he has a very oval shaped face. So I've got to decrease like right now, and hopefully that leaves enough room on his face. Comparative to the body, I think the size is good. I am going to need to go through and touch up the color changes though. I mean, that's just by nature of color changing crochet. It's not super pristine. So I will go back and embroider so that it's nice and crisp. But in addition to the color changes and match it, making sure that the head was the right size for the body, it also looks like the head is the right size for the flower, or the flower is the right size for the head rather. But this is looking very cute. We're on the home stretch, my friends. The head is done, minus touching up the what you call it? What do you call it? The colors, the green and the tan. I did mess up right here, but that'll be easy to fix with just some embroidery. Now, the problem or the tricky thing with this is going to be sewing this on because his head is not on top of his head. It's kind of sitting in front. From the front, that looks really good, but look at how stupid it looks from the side. It looks really dumb. So in the reference image, he is wearing, it looks kind of like a cape. So maybe I can make him like a little cape out of this so that it hides this a little bit. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to do some finagling here to see how it works. I did squish his head down like super flat to get it as flat as it could be, and I also lightly stuffed it. So let me go ahead and touch up the color changes and get the head sewed on, and then we'll see. We finally have the vlog edited and uploading. That was a 3.5 hour video in total post editing, so that one took me a while to edit. I've been working on it throughout the week. But as I was finishing up that video and now it's posting to YouTube, look who I finished. I surface crocheted some moss onto him, and I think his face turned out pretty cute. I lost the flower. I took it outside with me, and I think I might have left it out there because it's gone missing. I don't know where it is. I thought that I had put it with the darker blue yarn, but it's not over there. So it must be outside. I'll have to go look for it tomorrow. But look at his little feet and his toes. The head looks a little awkward on top of it, but I don't know. I kind of feel like that is what Moss-Lax looks like. So I think we did a pretty good job on it. Like, no, the color changes aren't perfect. Actually, I don't have the cream in here. I should add one more stitch right here in cream. But it's outside because I thought that I was done with it. But I tried doing his little cape thing, and it was just taking me way too long to crochet with this fur yarn. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to waste more of the fur yarn because it's not cheap and I use it for accents on things, and I don't want to run out of it and have to order more. So I will give you guys an update tomorrow when we get his flower sewn on. I feel like his ears might be a little bit small too. But all in all, I think that if you are a fan, you can tell what this is. It's a very niche product, but he sits nicely, and I feel like he would look really cute on like a gaming console or something like that. Speaking of gaming consoles, I am going to wrap up crochet tonight with this being done and play Pootopia for a little bit until bed. Ryan is home now, and he found my flower for me, my hero. So Moss-Lax is all done. And you know what I was thinking? I don't have too much of this demi pearl left in this green color. It's been a long time since I've made pickles. My pickle jar is maybe half full, but if I use this with my 8mm hook, I feel like I can whip them out really quickly, and they'll take up a good amount of space in the jar. So this week, I will just use up the rest of this skein and make as many pickles as I can get out of it. I'm anticipating maybe 2 or 3. Also, it is nearing the end of the week, so I need to prioritize what it is I want to make, because when I wake up tomorrow, because it's after midnight, of course, it'll be Friday, and I only have Friday and Saturday before I need to film this week's makes video. So I think I'm going to prioritize tomorrow making the raccoon and then finishing my dragon pattern, but I'm only going to be able to make one of them. So I'm kind of thinking that instead, since I had to scrap the whole thing, instead of doing the actual Dragonite colors, I'm going to use the just generic, we'll call it dragon scheme, color scheme for the one that I make to show off in Monday's video. and then I will do the mod one after. I was excited to do the Dragonite one just because that Burnout, that yellow Burnout, is really a fun, happy, cheerful color. It's also very, very soft yarn, so I was looking forward to using it. I know that at the beginning of this video, I had pulled out it was a variegated Burnout and the Grande Ombre, but I think instead of using the berry color, I'm going to go a little bit more gender neutral, and we're going to use the Grande Ombre in the orange. It's like a terracotta, pumpkin spicy type orange color. We'll use that for the main body, so we're still going to get the gradient in it. And then for the wing accents, we'll use the what's it called? The Burnout Mystical in Canyon, that orange color. They are very similar in shade, and I think that they're going to work really nicely together. So tomorrow we'll run out to the studio and to grab those yarns and also set him aside to be ready for his debut on screen. Tomorrow I will work on the dragon and the raccoon. What else were we going to do this week? Oh, right. I was going to do the cow. I was going to do a laying cow. Maybe I'll put that on the agenda for next week because I still would like to do one. Cows genuinely, what's the word I'm trying to say? Generally, gosh, guys, I have brain rot. I'm too busy second screening with my Switch and my television and occasionally my laptop editing. I'm triple screening and I'm getting brain rot and I can't think of words anymore. Generally, the cows sell well for me. Every time I've brought a cow to market, it has sold on its first debut. So I was going to do like a spotted dairy cow, black white cow, but I feel like I should also do a Highland cow because Highland cows are also very popular, but I also feel like they're kind of getting overdone. I also have my mini Highland cow pattern, and I would rather make, you know, 3 of those versus one big one because I'm going to end up making more money with the lazy cow. But there's a pattern that I've used in the past for the cow that I actually really like. It turns out a really good size and it's very easy to make. Quite minimal sewing. I mean, of course, if I decide to do a dairy cow, there's going to be color changes. I also kind of want to do a strawberry cow. Are we over the whole strawberry thing now? Because I know for a while there, everybody's about the strawberry everything. But I think that a strawberry milk cow is an adorable concept, and I have a lot of pink yarn, and I think that it would be adorable for me to make a light pink, dark pink spotted cow. We'll start with the normal dairy cow next week, and then if I'm feeling up to it, then we'll do the pink one too. But that is not going to be filmed for a vlog. Like I mentioned starting out this video, this is the last vlog for many months. So unfortunately you won't get to see the process of me making those, but stay tuned for Monday's videos because I'll still continue to talk about everything that I make during the week. You just won't see like the step-by-step process of me choosing patterns and all that. And hey, if you miss me on Fridays, there are like over 100 videos on the channel, many of them multiple hours long. So you can just go back and watch some old videos and listen to my voice. For whatever reason, people enjoy that. I don't know what you're smoking, but can I have some? Well, good morning. So last night before I went to bed, I did make the raccoon tail as well as the limbs. They're over there. It took me an hour just to do the tail and the limbs, which I feel like is a long time, but also it's kind of standard. I feel like every time I do one of the splooters, it takes me about 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours. This one, because of all the color changes, I mean, the tail was easy because it's just stripes, but the face I feel like is going to take me a while because there's a lot of color changes. So we shall see how long this takes me to do. But with the Premier Basics Brights, this tail is pretty good size. Girthy, if you will. And so I'm hoping that the body with the 6.5 millimeter hook and then the Premier Basics Brights will come out a good enough size that I can charge like $45 to $50 for it, because then I'll actually make back the money for my time that I put into it. Right now, I'm going to finish up the raccoon and eat my breakfast, which is a banana. I normally don't banana shame, but this is a very skinny, tiny banana. Look at how tiny this is compared to my hand. It non-girthy, if you will. Okay, the body took me about 35-ish minutes. I realized that I made one arm longer than the other. Do you see? Oh, they're uneven. Yeah, this one is bigger because I don't count my stitches. This arm just overall is smaller. He's unique. Like we've established, every good thing in nature is lopsided and uneven. Okay, now onto the head. I think I'm going to make the ears first. I don't think the ears are crocheted in. I think that they're sewn on, but I'm going to go ahead and make the ears first because those are easy. Also, I had to open up a new skein of this Basics Brights in the fog color, and it's not super starchy, but it's definitely not as soft as the skein that I was working with for all of the limbs. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's the only other one that I have, so we gotta use it. Oh, and by the way, I received an Elise Voluto order today that I had purchased months ago, but it got lost in the mail. I was in desperate need for purples, and now like that project that I was going to do and all the purples is like long gone from my mind. So now I'm going to have a bunch of Elise Voluto purples, but we'll do a little mini haul of yarn probably tomorrow. Today is Friday. Ryan is about to leave for work right now. Celeste is down for her nap, of course, and we're going to finish up the raccoon today, and my hands are kind of hurting me. Maybe it's from working with this kind of stiff yarn, but I think after I'm done with the raccoon, how I pronounce that, the raccoon, I'm probably going to take a break crocheting tonight. We'll see how my hands are later. Oh, something else that I just thought of before I start the head is I don't have any eyes in here besides 20 millimeters. And I guess we could run out and grab some eyes, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe the 20 millimeter eyes will be good because raccoons have little beady eyes. So we'll see how they look in the head. These are the 20s. What do we think? I feel like they work. Beady little raccoon eyes. I chose these like lime green glitter discs. I feel like green is the best choice to go with the gray, black, and white. It really pops on here. But because raccoons have night vision, I figured that this light green kind of gave that appearance of night vision. We could go maybe 25 millimeters, but honestly, I kind of like the small ones. So we're going to snap the backs onto these. I'm going to stuff and close up the head, and then we need to touch up the color changes there on this side, and then we'll sew everything together and finally be done. It took me exactly an hour to do the head and the ears and then combine everything. The ears very much so could have been crocheted in. So if I ever make this again, which to be honest with you, I don't know that I will, I'll crochet it in. Maybe I will. I don't know. I have a lot of other things that I'm eager to make. I just bought two $16. Oh, hi, Paisley. Can I help you? You brought me your bone. Thank you. Okay, bye. Anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just bought two $16 pattern packs, and I am very, very excited to make them. Like, I have not been this excited to make patterns in a long time. Now Jovi is up here taking up all my personal space. Oh, we got a belly shot there. Yeah, as I've mentioned, the girls are going into the groomer 5 days. They booked so far out, and with the weather warming up, I guess everybody tried to get their dogs in for grooming really quickly, and so I had to book a month and a half out. So they're both very scruffy. Anywho, so you will see those new patterns that I bought in a Monday video upcoming. But this guy, with an hour on the limbs and the tail, an hour on the head and the ears, half an hour on the body, we're at 2.5 hours to make the raccoon. I don't think mine is that cute, to be honest with you, and I don't know what it is about it that I don't find cute. Maybe it's the small eyes, but I feel like the small eyes work. I'm used to seeing my plushies with big eyes, so maybe that is why. Hi, Jovi. Okay. Now we gotta give the little crusty white one some love too. My old lady, my spirit animal. Yes. Anyways, it is nearing the end of nap time. I need to get up and get dressed. There's a little snoot in the frame. I need to get up and get dressed and make dinner. I'm making chili tonight. And then because the weather's really nice today, I think I'm going to take Celeste to the park after dinner, and then bath time, bedtime, and we'll see how my hands are feeling because whatever reason, my pinky finger is really hurting. It's my little T-Rex pinky. I've told you guys about the T-Rex pinky before. When I was about 6 years old, it got slammed in a very heavy garage door and it broke, and then my parents didn't take me to get it like rebroken, so it grew wonky. There's my normal pinky. It looks like a normal one, but on this hand, yeah, we have we call it my T-Rex pinky because it's how it's shaped, and it's also very fat and pudgy. But anyways, this pinky's hurting. It normally doesn't hurt. It didn't cause me, the injury did not cause me any like physical damage besides how it looks. It's just cosmetic. But I think it might be from working with that stiff yarn. I don't know, or it could be just be I was working with a lot of worsted weight recently on Celeste's sweater, so maybe it's from holding that yarn. I have to like really, I don't know, like tighten that pinky to get my tension correct with how I hold my yarn, my working yarn. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys that the raccoon is done. Besides my dragon pattern that I will be writing this weekend, I think we're about done with crochet for this week. Oh, that's a lie. We're going to make a blue chicken and also some pickles in this vlog. But for right now, I got to get my booty up and get to stepping making dinner. I'll talk to you later. You don't know the definition of grubby until you've had to pick up a toddler's water bottle post-meal. Are you sitting on the bench at the park? That's a really cute bench. It's a boom, boom, chicka, boom, boom. What's that book called? It is about 11 p.m. now. After I put Celeste down, I worked on some Etsy stuff, took a shower, and right now my hands are feeling pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and make some pickles. Those are easy for me to whip out. They only take me like 15 minutes max to do them. I'm just going to make as many as I can until I run out of that green demi pearl and or my hands start hurting, whichever comes first. Also, normally I just either embroider the eyes or I use the little, just the, what size? 12 millimeter I think I normally use. But I use Burnout blanket or just like a smaller yarn with the demi pearl and an 8 millimeter hook. I don't feel comfortable putting 12 millimeter eyes because the holes are going to be larger. So I think for the first time ever, I've never put 20 millimeter glitter disc eyes into my pickles. But I think that we're going to do some fancy pickles today because I feel a lot more confident putting the 20 millimeters with like the sinker eye back. Those are going to stay in this yarn versus the little dinky 12 millimeter guys. So let's see how many pickles I can get done. So far, I've made 2, and look at how cute they look with the big eyes. I normally don't use them because, well, like I said, but mainly because I only charge $10 for these pickles, and I feel like it's not really worth the cost of material to put the big eyes in them, to be honest. I make all of them different sizes and shapes. This one has one eye lower than the other, but I promise you that's as close as I could get it, just with like how my stitches were lining up. Either this one was too low or too high. Like I tried my best. So it kind of just looks like he's turning his head, if a pickle has a head. Of course, speaking of the actual pickle and not in an innuendo kind of way. But anyways, this is how much yarn I have left, and I just started a third pickle. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. It's going to be a very close call. This one might just need to be shorter than the others. Oh yeah, also on this one, we did gold glitter disc. On this one, we did that light green like I used on the Raccoon. And then on this last one, we're going to use brown glitter discs. I was thinking about doing like pink or purple because that would be kind of fun, but I feel like they would just stick out too much and then make it not look like a pickle, you know? So I feel like the gold and the green and the brown is good. This one I think is my favorite, just with his goofy little smile. He looks like a VeggieTale character, right? Like something about this facial expression absolutely says I'm a VeggieTale character. Bum, 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 bum. That was the start to the VeggieTales theme song, but you know, copyright, so I'm not going to sing it. Well, we lost Yarn Chicken about halfway through this pickle, and I don't believe I have any more of this green color. So I'm not going to waste the eyes on it. We will set this aside, hopefully somewhere where I don't forget about it. And then if I ever grab another skein of this at Michael's, we can finish up this pickle. But we were able to get 2.5 out of that last little bit. Good morning. It's another disgustingly beautiful day today. And we need to grab some yarn and some eyes to do our dragon pattern. So I'll show you what I was thinking for it. So this is the Grande Ombre in the color Canyon Sunset, and it's this really pretty like terracotta color. But then this Burnout Mystical matches like almost perfectly, so I figured that this would be really pretty for the wings, because it's, you know, it's like the same color but a little different. For the eyes, I am actually going to use my formerly known as Derpy Tiger eyes, but I'm renaming them Sunbeam eyes because it looks like a sunbeam, a beam of light, and I think that those are going to look really pretty with it. I don't know if I want to use 30s or 35, so we're going to bring in both and see how we like each one. So we are on our way out to the city right now to do some of our weekend errands, you know, Sam's Club, things like that. So in my whips bag here, I brought my notepad to start rewriting the pattern as well as this yarn. I have to decide how I want to work with this because it is an ombre gradient. Do I want the entire thing to be like one gradient, or do I want like the arms and the legs and the tail to be darker? I'm thinking not that one. I definitely would prefer it to be a solid gradient, but I have to decide if I want to start the pattern working from the head down or from the bottom up, because that's going to determine what if I pull from the outside of the skein or the inside, since the inside is lighter. Also, should I do the bottom darker and then the head lighter, or vice versa? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking the bottom darker. What do you think, Ryan?
I was imagining bottom brighter.
Bottom lighter?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like it's like loading up.
I mean,
does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense. But when you first said it was an ombre yarn, that was my first thought, is dark on top, and then
I'll think on it. Okay, I decided I'm going to do bottom darker, to the top, which means we need to start with the legs and the tail so that we make sure that we get the darker color in the legs and the tail, and then we'll start the body. So I finished the tail, remaking the tail, that is. It doesn't look like much right now. For the legs, I realized I can't work on them. Gosh, it is really bright today. I can't work on them because I want to put little toenails like crocheted into them, and I did not bring yarn for that. I'm thinking for this terracotta colored dragon, I think we're gonna do like a dirty cream color for the toenails. That's gross, but I want to do white on the Dragonite color ones, but I feel like on this one, like a nice cream would look good. So, unfortunately, I can't do anything else because I did not bring the yarn for it. So I can write down on my notes here, like how I think I'm going to make up the feet and the legs, and then try it when I get home, and then just scratch out what doesn't work, because that's normally what I do, and then by the end of it I can hardly read my pattern. I really should keep like white out with me when I'm pattern writing. That would probably make my life a lot easier, because there would be many mistakes that don't get into the pattern had I just whited it out instead of scribbling it out, because that's how the numbers get jumbled. And then when I go to put it from paper up to Canva, yeah, then things happen. Anyways, we are almost to our destination, so I'm gonna say goodbye for right now, and then later tonight, tomorrow, I don't know. I wanted to have this done to show off in my this week's makes for tomorrow, but honestly, you guys, I don't know that it's going to be done. It's the weekend and I just want to hang out with my family and not really work on stuff. So we'll see how far we get tonight. Guys, we're in Goodwill, and I don't know if you can hear, but they're playing the old Six Flags theme song with the old man who danced in the commercials. What is the song actually called? I don't know, but it's a bop. What is that? Oh, it's a scarecrow with a double chin and precariously placed corn. Well, hello, little kitty. Tomorrow, since the weather's going to be nice, we are putting the skirting on the shed finally, because the cats keep running underneath there, and we're finally going to get that up. So I'm finally getting to work on this dragon pattern foot. So this is what I have so far, because I wanted the toenails to stick out and not just be like bobble stitches, but I wanted them to be a little bit pointy, but I wanted them to be sewn in, or crocheted in rather. So this is what I've come up with so far. I think that they're a good size. I wanted them to be very long and claw-like. This is the yarn that I'm using. This is Burnout. What is this called? Seafoam? I have no idea, but this is Burnout Baby. I don't have very much of it left, but this is one of the softest skeins of Burnout I have ever felt. This one is fairly soft too, although this is the Grande Ombre, not Burnout, but this is so nice and soft, and I love all the neutral creams and tans and stuff in it. So that is what I decided to use. It's funny because this one toe is a little bit darker than these two toes. So it looks like he has like a dead toenail, which is kind of gross, but I mean, he's a dragon, so it's passable. It's socially acceptable for dragons to not get pedicures. Okay, I'm really liking the shape of this so far. Oh my gosh, there's fluff all over the place. I'm really liking the shape of this. However, it is way too small. This is the tail. Look at how tiny the foot was gonna be. So we're gonna redo this, keeping the same shaping and toenail strategy, but make it a little bit larger. After lots of trial and error, this is the shape of the leg and the foot that I landed on. I think it's very cute. So now I'm going to work on finishing this so that it is ready to be crocheted in, so that we can avoid sewing on these, especially with a shape like this, because I want it to be up against the body, not underneath the body. So that's going to be tricky. I feel like not a ton of patterns have legs next to the body. Most of them are dangling below, or like the body is crocheted from two legs together. You know what I mean? So I feel like for the average, maybe beginner pattern reader, it might be a little bit new of a concept to them. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this that is easy to do. Like I'm trying to simplify it and not overcomplicate it while still maintaining the shape and technique that I want. So it's a matter of finding the balance. But when this goes into testing, I'll ask my testers if like what level crochet project they think this is. I'm leaning toward advanced beginner right now, just with the legs. Everything else is going to be fairly straightforward. It's on commercial right now, but Ryan and I are watching the live action One Piece on Netflix. It's really good. The filming is great and the music's really good. Love the casting too. Anyways, so this is how leg one turned out. I think it is perfect. It's just like how I imagined it. So now I need to make another one and hope that we can recreate it and check my stitch counts and all that jazz. Also, the yarn is already starting to change color. So you can tell the tail was a little bit darker. I think both legs are going to be about the same color, but the tail will stick out a little bit on the body. Well, no pun intended. Obviously, literally it's going to stick out from the body, but also the color is going to be a little bit darker than the body. I was hoping that I would have more on this like dark orange. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking that I would have the dark orange to do the tail, both the legs, and start the body, but that does not appear to be the case. We're already starting to change color, but that's okay. I'm going to do the second leg now, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it turns out near identical. Look at this guy's hair. What in the Lord Farquaad is going on there? I was so proud of myself because the legs are identical, minus this one being a little bit lighter in shade. But then I remembered that instead of just making two of the same, I need to make them mirrored because of how they're going to be crocheted into the body. Because how they are right now, how the tops are closed, they would go like that into the body. Does that make sense? And so one would be backwards. So I was very proud of myself, pat myself on the back for the legs. And then I realized that I have to cut this out now and retry this, which is a bummer because of the color changing in this yarn. Hopefully it doesn't, like me cutting this out, hopefully this doesn't skip to be too light and then it doesn't go. I don't think it will. I think we've got a little bit more of this medium orange. Ah, this is such a mess. Send help. I did it. That was a mess. But fortunately, you can't really tell. I mean, you kind of can right here. It gets a lot lighter. But I think it's okay. It's okay. So with the legs done, this took me about 2.5 hours, by the way, just to write the pattern for the legs. And I'm definitely going to need to make a bunch of mock-ups of these to make sure that each time my stitches are coming out correctly, because with the shaping on these, obviously, and you know, like everybody's stitches are looser or tighter and they travel more or less. So this is a pattern that I'm definitely going to rely a lot on my testers to make sure that, you know, their like increases here line up and all that good stuff. But I'm going to make a couple as well. But there's his little legs. He looks like he's doing the Disney knees. You guys know. You guys know about the Disney knees? The Demi Lovato Camp Rock knees. Anywho, with the tail and the legs done, now we have, in my opinion, the easiest part, which is the body and the head, because that's just working in pretty much normal rounds until we get to the shaping of the neck and the head. but I know exactly how I'm going to shape those. So that hopefully should not take too long, but we will continue that tomorrow because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and we need to go to bed. So with that, I will say good night. Today is the day that we are finally putting the skirting on the shed. Got all the tools out. We got to make sure that there are no critters under there before we do this. But it's been a long time coming. It's really nice again today. And tomorrow it's gonna drop down again to like 40s, 50s. So we got to get this done now. My mom is here for the day to watch Celeste while we do this. Actually, they just left to go for a walk. But so hopefully this isn't going to be too difficult to do. I think it's just a matter of sawing the lattice and then screwing it into the bottom of the shed. But it is sunny out here, and like a true vampire that I am, I do melt in the sun and also sparkle. You see it? I'm staying in here until Ryan has everything ready. Oh, I also today would like to, if we have time, which I think we should, would like to get the new AC unit out here. It's just a portable AC unit. We're going to put it right here next to the fireplace because it's that time of year in Indiana right now where you never know. It's either 80 degrees or 20 degrees. So with me starting work in a few days, I want to make sure that I have the AC in here in case I need it and keep the heater in here in case I need it, especially in the mornings. Today is Sunday, so I need to get ready and sit down and film my This Week's Makes video tonight, edit it, and then get it up for the members early and make sure that it's ready to schedule to go live tomorrow on Monday. But I also tonight, I need to finish that blue chicken that I got an order for. I'm thinking about taking the chickens off of Etsy and maybe just selling them on my website and at markets, of course, because the fees that Etsy takes on those is so crazy. And then paying for shipping, I'm only making like $15 or $16 on my chickens, even though they're listed for a lot more than that, just with those two things in combination. Etsy's fees are insane. I could go on a rant all day long about them. But yeah, at markets I sell them for $25. So that's not good. I would rather just save them for markets. And then I guess if anybody wants them, they can contact me directly. But I don't know. It's sad for me to make a sale for those. Most of the time when you make a sale on Etsy, you hear the little cha-ching and then you do a little happy dance most of the time. But then, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I see that it's a chicken, I'm like, damn Etsy and their fees. Like, come on, like you're really taking like $5 of my chicken profits? Come on now. Anyways, I was outside for literally 30 seconds to film that clip and I've already got a bunch of freckles popping, so I should probably put on sunscreen. I'm gonna go do that. Ryan just asked if this is a 2-person project. Does that mean you're taking the head contractor role?
I mean, you can be my supervisor out here.
I got a nice butt shot right now.
Thank you.
I'm doing what I always do in being a supervisor. Yeah. Okay, well, while Ryan is cutting the latticing, I'm gonna go ahead and pack some sticker orders because I've got a few to do. I have a passenger princess license going all the way to Ellie in the United Kingdom, which reminds me I need to get more international stamps. I'm almost out of them. And this little pastel Nessie is going all the way to Erin in Australia. Dang. I mean, that's kind of the wrong direction, Nessie. You're supposed to be going to Scotland, but that's okay. What are your guys's in Australia, like your superstitious creatures? Because obviously, Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, like we have Bigfoot and the Mothman In Australia, educate me in the comments. What are your guys' mythical creatures? I'd be interested to know. When I was a kid, I thought it was a dingo because I didn't believe that that was a real thing. And it sounds like a made up thing. And this Nessie is going to Heather in Kansas. I am almost out of Nessie stickers. I only have 2 left. So I need to get more of those made sometime soon. In last Monday's video, I mentioned how as a kid, I also thought that seasons went by months, which I learned, you guys taught me in the comments of that video, that in Australia, they do go by the starts of months, which it makes so much more sense than it just starting like at a random day. It's not even the same day for each start of the month. There's a fly in here. That's what I get for leaving the door open. But it's so nice out. We had to let the sun shine in. But a few of you were like, what do you mean you thought that like February was the start of spring? Like that's the coldest month for us. You have to keep in mind, I grew up in the Central Valley, California. We had no seasons. We had hot and a little less hot. Christmas Day was routinely 55 degrees, okay? We did not have a change of seasons. And then when I was in college, I lived in Southern California, which was even worse. All year round, 75 degrees. All year round. Didn't matter the month. And then the only differentiation that we would have in weather is occasionally we get the Santa Ana winds, which is when it would be really windy, but not nearly as windy as it is like here in the Midwest. But now, having lived in a part of the country that actually has the seasons, I understand why February should not be considered spring. But as a child, that made sense to me. This one is going to Joan all the way in Hawaii. My sister is there right now, although this one's going to Honolulu and Michaela lives on Maui. And this crochet helper sticker is going all the way to my home state of California to Amy. And finally, these 2 little babies are going to Nicholas in good old rainy Seattle. Perfect timing because our supervisory services are being requested.
Oh, here. So as far as the corner, since we don't have any like corner molding or anything, do you just want like open ends right there?
I think for right now, but eventually we're gonna do like landscaping and stuff around. So
okay.
Right now the most important thing is just to get it covered.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make it look pretty later because we got to paint and everything too. Like the trim is yellow and the actual shed is white. And then they messed up the molding. Like it looks a little rough right now. But yeah, we'll go back and do landscaping and stuff around and add bushes and make it look pretty later. But the cats have just been, I don't know what they're doing under there, but I don't like the sound of it. While Ryan's working on that, I'm gonna get the AC set up because it is real warm in here. I'm getting cooked. I'm not actually doing any work. This is only for the sizzle reel. Okay, I'm done. Okay, we got it set up. It's a little unsightly, but it is putting out some cold air. Yippee! It is very loud, so not ideal for filming, but it also is a dehumidifier, which is really nice. So we can turn it on dehumidifier mode. Ooh, I wonder what the nighttime mode is, if that makes it a little more quiet. Probably does. But oh my goodness, it feels so good. Okay, it's my time to shine now.
Time for you to screw.
It's time for me to screw. Here we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, I need another screw. About halfway done. I'm exhausted. The sun drains my energy. I hate being outside. I wouldn't survive 2 minutes in the wilderness. Well, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it does the trick. And like I mentioned, eventually, one day we're gonna do pretty landscaping in our whole yard. We need to put grass here again because this is where they trenched out to the house for the electrical to the shed. So all the grass is dead. Plus it's just that time of year. You know, if you live in the Midwest, there's only two two seasons when it comes to grass. It's either patchy and dead and looks like this, or it grows so fast you have to mow twice a week. Oh yeah, and the steps, if you can call those steps, those are just a temporary solution. The ramp, or oh my gosh, the shed came with a ramp, but the ramp was very steep and got very slippery when it was icy. So we just got these cement blocks until we're gonna custom build little stairs for them for the shed, but we're actually also gonna do like a little awning on top, or a pergola. I don't really know what you would call it. Like kind of a mini porch. It's not going to be very big, but just to cover, since the door swings outwards, so that when I'm standing there opening the door with yarn and stuff and it's raining, you know, it gives me a little bit of protection from moisture. It feels so good to be in, having freshly showered. Oh my goodness, it was a long day outside and filming my video. Just got it posted. You guys will have seen that on Monday. And now I'm back to working on my pattern. Now I started on the body and I think that it's too big. In comparison to the legs, I think that it's good. However, this is 53 stitches in the round. And I feel like a lot of people are going to shy away from that many stitches in the round. It is only like a few rounds of 53 before we decrease. But I'm going to redo this and not increase it as much. So I got to scribble out my whole pattern, frog this all out, and restart. But the orange color is already like majorly changing to light orange. There it is in comparison to the leg. So we're definitely going to get a nice gradient on this dragon, which is what I was hoping for. That's good. I think it's going to look really cool. Okay, I rewrote it and I think the size is great. I'm working on forming his little tummy right now, and I'm loving the way that the little legs look. They like dangle. Oh my goodness. And then when he flies, look at how they stick out. I'm obsessed. I think I'll do a modification too, where they go a different way so that they can sit. So the second one that I make in the Dragonite colors, they'll be like sitting. Obviously he's not going to sit right now, but you can picture it. But I absolutely love how it's looking. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm going to have enough yarn. I mean, I should. This still looks like a lot of yarn. Ooh, that side kind of looks dirty. Maybe it's just the lighting. That side doesn't. And I think it's just the lighting. I don't know. But yeah, this is from frogging all that out. And I got a lot farther in the rounds too. It's wild how much the yarn adds up when you do, you know, just like 2 or 3 more stitches per round. But you do multiple rounds like that, it definitely adds up. So I've got all this yarn to work through. So let's continue on with the body and also with one piece. Okay, it's not stuffed, but the body is more or less done. His tummy is too big, but that's an easy fix. It's also going to be better when I stuff it too. It's going to be a little bit more of a curve, but I absolutely love the shape. I'm at the point where I need to crochet in the arms, but because I wanted the gradient to be the way that it's turning out, I needed to wait to do the arms until I got to the color section. So now that we're here, I am going to go ahead and make the arms. I cut off the yarn, and then hopefully we're still in this like medium light shade of orange when we fasten back on and then continue into the neck and head. But so far I am loving him. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get to the face. Okay, this is what we came up with for the arms, and by whammy me and Ryan's emotional support. So he's looking real cute. I feel like the side, yes, you too, honey. Oh. The side view is like the money shot with that belly and the shape of the legs. Hey, from I think that it's gonna look really cute in the sitting dragon too. The tail might be a little big actually. I don't know. It might be a little big. We'll see when it's done. I really hope I'm going to have enough yarn, you guys, to finish this. I'm getting a little worried. Also, look at, this is what I mean by my chicken scratch. This is what I have to try to decode when I put it into Canva, and this is how things get, you know, misinterpreted. What did I mean there? It's a 6, but then it's a 5. But which do I mean? You know, this is why I need whiteout. I should really go get some. So it's not stuffed, so it's kind of hard to see, but this is what I decided to go with for the face shaping. He's got some nice puffy cheeks because I want the head to almost be more triangle, like the bottom of the head to be a lot wider. And then the top 2 narrow just a smidgen, and he has a little muzzle with some nostrils, which is very difficult to see in this lighting with this yarn. His nostrils are very subtle, but that was on purpose. I am kind of considering embroidering the eyes instead of using safety eyes, but I don't know. We got to get a few more rounds up, and I need to stuff it a little bit to see how I like it. It kind of looks goofy right now. Also, this yarn is now like a really nice peachy color. Not at all what we started with like the deep terracotta color. Look at the difference. This is like a nice, fun, summery pink. This is like fall vibes. So I don't really know how I feel about it. But the color changing does look pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm eager to finish up the head. I'm almost done with the head, and I need to figure out what size eyes to use. So this is the 30. And I can barely even get this post through my stitches, so I don't want to stick it in unless I'm going to use it. But that's the 35. And I'm kind of thinking 35. I think big is good. I usually like to put the eyes up, facing up like that, kind of toward each other, because it makes them look really kawaii. But I think I'm going to put his pupils facing down. Yeah, I think the 30s are a tad too small for this yarn and hook size. So we're going to go with the 35s. Okay. He's done. Well, like the main part is done. The accessories, not yet. But I think his face shape turned out really cute. And I think that the 35mm eyes were the way to go. Also, at the very tippy top, we hit the latest color of the Grande Ombre. And it's like a really soft peach. It's kind of similar to the color Shell and Premier Parfait Chunky, as well as the Basic Sprites, if you're familiar with that shade. But, oh, he's got some yarn stuck in his leg flap there. But I am very pleased with him. I have been working on this for, I think, almost 5 hours now. So I am ready to set it to the side and not look at it again tonight. Maybe we'll sew on the tail. I did have enough yarn, so this took almost a whole skein, but I still need to do the wings. And it's to be decided if I want to do the wings, because remember I was going to use this yarn, but if I want to use this on the outside, since it's light enough now, like, you know, that's definitely a major contrast compared to the outside of the skein, which was almost the same shade. So I don't know if I want to use it yet. And then I also need to do his little head fin. Now, my whole plan behind doing this pattern was going to make it low sew. So far, you don't have to sew anything until the tail, and then the wings and the head fin. And I don't know if that's still considered low sew, because it's like half the stuff is sewn, half of it is not sewn. So maybe it won't be a low sew pattern. Well, maybe for a dragon, it'll be low sew. Because I feel like most dragon patterns have a lot of parts to sew. So I feel like this is going to be a little less, like especially with, you know, the legs, and you don't have to worry about crocheting them together And I really want to do one where he's sitting. I think that that would look so cute. I wonder if he stands. No, probably not. Probably not. Oh my gosh, the gradient looks so good. Wow, Ryan's going. He agrees. But anywho, I'm gonna sew on the tail and then set this aside and we'll look at it again tomorrow or the next day. Still have my blue chicken yarn here too, so I need to do a blue chicken. But honestly, my hands kind of hurt. I think my hand hurts more from writing and scribbling than it does from crocheting, but regardless, I'm going to give my hands a break tonight and not crochet or write anymore. Well, actually, hang on, before I sign off for the night, let's make sure that the tail is a good size. The tail is a little big. It also does kind of look weird being a different color. I think it wouldn't look as big / as bad if it was the same color. So this is V1, version 1 of the tail. The next one that I do is going to be a little bit slimmer. I'll probably make it 2 stitches smaller, I think, in the decreases. But I already had it made, and because of the, you know, the variation in the yarn, I can't make another one. It was either this or using this yarn, and I guess I could have ripped it out if I wanted to deal with cutting out the fasten off, which I didn't really want to do. But again, it's version 1. This is normal when I write patterns, especially large ones like this where they need multiple adjustments to them. So anyways, with that, I'm going to say goodnight to you, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to have time to crochet tomorrow, but I'll see you eventually. I'm watching my Nintendo tubers, and you can see all my little guys over there. Oh, this morning I did make the blue chicken. Finally. I've got yarn there. I've got yarn there. I've got yarn there. I've got yarn there and there. I gotta clean this place up before Celeste wakes up. Right now I'm starting a new project, which I am not going to show you in this vlog, but you'll see it in next Monday's video. This is the patterns that I was telling you I'm super duper excited to make. So I'm starting on the first one, obviously not very far, but so far so good. Today, I don't know how much crochet I'm going to be able to do, but tonight I might get back to working on my dragon pattern, or I might just continue working on these patterns. I'm not sure yet, but we are nearing the end of the video. So to wrap it all up, I will finish up the dragon, but that might not be for a few days. So yeah, I got to start editing this video because it is going up in 4 days. So these normally take me like 2 or 3 days to edit. So I got to get going on that. But for right now, I am enjoying working with this new pattern and watching Pootopia content. Guess who finally got groomed? This is her report card. She was nervous at first, but then got used to the experience. The groomer says that you were super lovely today. Nice. She looks extra poodly when her hair is short. And Miss Jovi, you look so beautiful in your bandana. See, this is why we put the skirting on the shed so they can't get under there. But you know what? In terms of pest control, I definitely feel like we shouldn't be having any sort of rodent problems because all these cats hang out around the shed. Gosh, that was not put on straight, but it's okay. It's just temporary. Hello, kitty, kitty, kitty. Well, hey there. It has been many days, 3-4 days at this point, and it is the day before you're seeing this video. So I need to finish up this dragon so I can get this video up. But I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am getting sick. I've just felt like crap the past few days. Every night I've been up, sitting up, holding Celeste as she sleeps because she is sick and has a double ear infection. So that time at night that I normally spend crocheting and working has been comforting my baby. And she got me sick. Damn cooties, damn toddler cooties, man. Oh my goodness. It's also springtime, so I guess there is a possibility that it could be allergies, but I normally am not an allergy prone person. So I don't know. My throat hurts. I'm congested. I'm dizzy. I just feel really weak and just blah. So let's finish up this dragon. I did just spend a few minutes trying out a head fin, and I hate the way that it looks. It looks so stupid. So we're going to cut that out. I do have plenty of yarn left, and it's all one color now. I think that we're officially at the latest color, and I don't think it's going to get any later than this, so I don't mind. I'll just throw this into my stuffing bag and use it for stuffing. Oh, you got a little sneak peek over there of something else that I was working on. You'll see that on Monday. But anyways, we need to do the head fin, the eyebrow things, unless I decide I want to do ears instead. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that he would look cute with ears. And then, of course, the wings. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, this is what I came up with for the ears. And honestly, like with the fin on the top of the head, this is giving like water dragon vibes, isn't he? I mean, besides the color, like the little accent accessories are definitely screaming like, what's the word I'm looking for? Sea serpent, maybe? I don't know. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would just like to end this video. I feel so bad because it's the last vlog for a while, but I feel so crappy right now and I need to edit this thing. So we're gonna leave it here for right now. Stay tuned for the Instagram post whenever I get around to it. It might honestly not be for a few weeks because I need to make another one of these and get the pattern written up on Canva. But once I do that, I will post the pattern test call over on Instagram. And then from there, we'll get the pattern tested and, of course, released. But that might not be for a while because I'm going to be starting my job in a few days. So I'm not going to have time. I don't think. So yeah, just stay tuned over there. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, it's the Celestial Homebody, same way that it's spelt here. I will be back this summer with Friday videos, and the playlist is on the channel for vlogs. There's thousands of hours of content on there. If you just need something to turn on and listen to while you're crafting, then that playlist is for you. Oh my goodness. Whew. I need to like take a nap and take some Dayquil. I've got like 30 minutes before Celeste wakes up and I gotta make dinner and like everything just makes me want to barf. The sound of anything. So anyways, I'm going to say goodbye to you here. Thank you all so much for watching this very long vlog. Sorry, we're ending not on a super high note. But, of course, we need to say endless thanks to the members in the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys keep this little galaxy spinning. I hope you all have a wonderful spring season. And wash your hands. Take your vitamin C. Get lots of sleep. Stay hydrated. Don't get sick. It's not fun. Don't have toddlers. Anyways, have a great week, everybody, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye! As promised earlier in the video, I'm going to play the clips that I recorded of touring my Pootopia island, what I've been working on in the game. Whether you play the game or not and are just interested in like what I've been doing outside of crochet and parenting for the last few weeks. I recorded this footage a few weeks ago, so there will be a small update after the grand tour. Ryan filmed this for me and was paying more attention to the TV than he was to filming, so sorry that the camera is like drifting all over the place. I tried to edit it the best I can, but anyways, please enjoy my Pootopia Island. So it is definitely a work in progress, so excuse the construction. But this is Celestial City. If you own the game, this is my pallet town, what it starts out as, and I have been working away on it. So over here, we're gonna have 2 tall like row houses for Pokemon to live in. A lot of them are homeless right now. And then over here, as you can see, is a work in progress. Neither of these buildings have roofs currently. I was just working on that tonight. That's what I did instead of crochet. But we'll start over here with the resort. So this is where all of my water Pokemon live. And right here, I have just a mess of storage going on because I'm working on it. I got to get it all in my house. So this is the resort. We have this nice little entrance here. And you come through these automatic doors into the lobby where you can sit and have a coffee or run across the stools apparently. And you check in here and you can sit and look out this beautiful window over the ocean and that Pikachu statue over there. If you come out this way, say hi to the Magikarp statue. If you come out this way, first, of course, you need to take a shower and rinse off so all your dirty crustiness doesn't get into the ocean. And you can have yourself a drink. And here's where you enter into the shallow part of the ocean that you can swim in. There are some beach chairs over that way if you want to hang out and relax. But if you come through here again, back through the lobby, we have these little bridges all over the place leading to a bunch of homes over here. So like Vaporeon and Dratini live here. This house is empty. This is just a little fountain. This is a nice little peaceful area where the water Pokemon can come and pay their respects to Lord Horsey. And then if we go this way, we have a few more habitats for the Pokemon. That big house off in the distance there is for the big water Pokemon. So Lapras lives in that as well as Dragonite. And then up on this little hill at the very top is where good old Squirtle lives. Squirtle! We'll close his gate for him and be a friendly neighbor. Then we walk back this way and we'll go back through the gift shop lobby and back through the entrance here. This took me so long to do, by the way. So off to my left here is the greenhouse. I'm in the process of building bridges. Oh no, I fell. I fell again. I'm getting performance anxiety. All my little guys walking around here. So look at this. This took so long, you guys, to terraform all this, but we'll get there. So this is my greenhouse. And I built this to house some of my Pokemon. So over here we have a little wheat field. And over on this side is a green bean field. And we have one of each type of tree in the game. Oh my goodness, we have 2 Pokemon habitats right here. I'll get those later after we're done filming. So Leafeon lives over here as well as Rowlet and Weeping Bell. We'll close the door to the greenhouse. Over here, hi Giraffe, you're so cute. Over here is like the bug and growing type Pokemon and also just like the cute fairy types. So this took forever, you guys, to terraform all this, but I also have a lot of gardens around here. So here's where we grow some potatoes. Also, there is an entrance to the greenhouse here as well. And then up here we have more green beans because they are my most used vegetable. This house is for the Bulbasaur line. So we've got Bulbasaur and Ivysaur who live there. Up on this hill, this is a work in progress, but this is going to be a house for all of the legendaries. So like Mew and Mewtwo and Raikou and all of them. I gave them fancy marble pillars, but we're working on it. They get to live up on the hill here and overlook the entire town. And then back down this way, if we go through the water and up here, we have another home. And this is not occupied right now, but I think I'm going to put the Clefairy line in there. I really like them. They're cute. And then let's continue on this way. Oh my gosh, can I get back on the path? I was trying to go the shortcut way. Okay, here we go. So we got a little canoe here, so you can take a little ride if you'd like to. Down this way, we have a picnic area. Ooh, we found another trace of Pokemon. They're all over the place today. A magma fishing spot for, who is that, Arcanine?
Probably, yeah.
By the way, Ryan's filming. Up here we have our wind farm, because that's how I get my electricity. And this is going to be the home of Ralts's evolution. So Ralts, and then whatever the middle one is, I forgot his name. And then Gardevoir lives down there. Over here I have all of my crushing Pokemon. I need to build a home for them. Right now they live in grass. And we have this big arch that this is eventually going to lead to a giant floating in the sky crystal hotel. But that's coming later. Ryan's laughing at me. This is my tree farm so I can harvest berries quickly. I have them around water so I can just headbutt them and then they just flow downstream and then I can just suck them all up. Ciao! This was going to be a hot spring, but I kind of abandoned that idea. I don't really know what it's going to be now. We have tomatoes growing over here and more patatas over here. And we have a nice little fountain, a bike, and a backpack. Oops. This is Combew's home, and then over here is where Vespiquen lives, and they're really helpful in the game, so I keep them up front so that they're easy to get a hold of. Then we have the Poke Center here, and this is what I've been working on all night tonight. So I'm going to have these little shops, and this one I think is going to be like a flower shop or something like really simple. I got to put in windows, and I haven't done anything to the inside. This is the bakery, which is not done yet, but we have a little counter here. I got to put some sweets on it and some tables and whatnot. But then I live above the bakery. So if we come up here, this is my pad. Welcome to my crib. I have a nice overlooking view of the town through my giant double-story windows right here. And I've got a nice little eating spot, a kitchen for cooking, RGB gaming fridge, and then this is the bedroom, and I live with Evie. Don't ask where we sleep, because there's only one bed. I guess she's like my pet. But anyways, there's our bed, and then we have a little makeup vanity right there, our painting area overlooking the garden, you know, and the wind farm, because that's very much so inspiration. And then, of course, our gaming setup here. And then on my next to-do, because my storage in this game is a mess, is up these steps in between the giant buildings here over on top of the Poke Center. This is all going to be for my storage and my crafting, so I can get it out of the entrance to the resort over yonder. So yeah, this is what I've been working on, and whenever I say I want to play my game, this is what I've been doing. So yeah. Thank you for coming to my presentation on Pootopia, And if I have very little to show this week in crochet, just look at this. This clip that you're about to see was recorded a few days after that first one. I'll show you the progress that I've made. So I have all of my townhomes over here. And then over on this side, I'm working on them. That's the restaurant. And then next to it, we're going to have a little museum. And then on the end is going to be apartments for Pokemon to live in. And I did move my house. My house used to be over here above the bakery, but now it takes up the entire first floor of this building, the entire 2 stories of these 2, and then the entire roof inside of there. So I'll show you my new house. So this is what you see when you walk into my house. Of course, we have some yarn here. I have my kitchen over there and my TV. I have floor to ceiling windows overlooking the ocean. Sorry that this recording job is going to be shoddy. I'm trying to use both controllers and film. So here is my little kitchen. Very nice. That's where I cook. When we go up the stairs, hang on, I got to turn the camera with the old other Joy-Con. There we go. So I have my secondary living room up here, as well as my bedroom, my little gaming computer, my yellow bed, and then turn this way. Oh my gosh, sorry if I'm making you motion sick. And then we have that floor to ceiling window going the span of 2 stories so I can watch the sunset as I lay there and crochet. And then around the corner, we've got, this is like my hobby area. So my computer for editing videos, a crystal ball for the woo-woo stuff, more yarn, of course, my paint set. Around the corner here, we have my getting ready area. Oh my gosh, can I work this camera? There we go. My little getting ready set. And then we have the bathroom, because I'm not a stinky girl. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Hang on. There we go, there we go. I gotta use my right hand. So there's the bathroom. Oh, Paisley's coming to sit with me. Then we go this way up the stairs. And this is like I call it my penthouse. This is just where I keep a bunch of fun stuff. I've got a disco ball. The bed and the plushie next to it is a habitat, so I have that set up for Pokemon to spawn. But this is my storage area. Also a window up here overlooking the ocean. And then up here I have another disco ball for the parties. Oh my gosh. But this is where I have all of my storage boxes, so I can keep my stuff organized, and they're all color coordinated, of course. And there's another beautiful sunset out there. So this is what I've been doing the past few days. Okay, if you stayed till the actual end of the video to watch my game clips, then I want you to comment. What should we have you comment? Something very non-suspecting. How about a leaf? Comment a leaf if you watched this very last part of the video. So you're going to have 2 secret emojis if you made it to the very, very end. So thank you extra to those of you who stayed till the end credits. But with that, I will officially say goodbye. See you on the next one.